Just we here. Just we here. Why say 6 billion go? Why 25 million? Don't be provide money for Liberian people here. We suffer too much, no food to eat. The country get young get down for it. What you steal people money? You will talk it. Every cosa will talk it. You will talk it. Yeah, can go will talk it. You will talk it. Larry Delon will talk it. You will talk it. Prophet Key will talk it.
Prophet Key, what's on the forces?
Just talk it, papi. You will talk it. No food to eat. You will talk it. I will be crying. You will talk it. You are really cramming. You will talk it. Echo reprehab. You will talk it. That's a travel crying. You will talk it. Gasoline pre off. You will talk it. For water. La $10. You will talk it. Black plastic bear, la $10. Blue plastic bear, la $20. One cup of red, la $50. Country get here, very high. Everywhere you go, they say la propo. Anything in cash, they say la propo. More people dying, more people suffering. No good hospital. Liberia dirty, government not get on. They not get on, government not get on. They not get on. I was 16 billion. What play go? I was 25 million. I will play go for country giant to country road. For country giant to country road. Government and level down. Government and fool us. Government and level down. Government and betray us. Government and fool us. Country everybody complaining. Pepe Rider complaining. Shushambo complaining. Makewumi complaining. Schooling complaining. Old people complaining. They say people complaining. That's a driver complaining. Keke Rider complaining. They see people that vote for you. They see people suffering. They see people that vote for you. They see people crying. They see people that vote for you. They see people suffering. They see people that vote for you. They see people crying. Every day Amanda. Every day I wait you. Every day Amanda. Every day I wait you. You're causing us in a city. Why people suffering? Why people dying? Government not get on. They not get on. Government not get on. They not get on. We will talk it. Every cosa will talk it. We will talk it. Get the Polva will talk it. We will talk it. Larry Delon will talk it. We will talk it. Prophet Key will talk it. Country no food to eat. Country government just eating. Paying the horses. Wako people suffering. See. Àgbẹ̀kúgbẹ́ government. Kéde wọn lẹ dé. Àgbẹ̀kúgbẹ́ government. Suffering wọn lẹ dé. Àgbẹ̀kúgbẹ́ government. Kéde wọn slowly. Àgbẹ̀kúgbẹ́ government. That's 3C government. Kéde wọn o. That's 3C government. Suffering wọn o. That's 3C government. Kéde wọn slowly. That's 3C government. You are really claiming one thing I know. We want just stop the city. We need peace. Just stop the building. We want peace until the rate. We need peace. Just clean the city. We want peace. CDC government. They are all for fun. Government get lie. Judge we are government. So low. So criminal. You don't know your function. As a president, where are the job? Where are the school? Where are the salary? No more pay. You say teach for home. Now nothing for them. Hey, God, my life, you're sorry. They make out of work for nothing. Now no function. You not even know 11 red. The CC government. We will talk it. Every person will talk it. We will talk it. Get the Polva will talk it. We will talk it. Larry Delon will talk it. We will talk it. Prophet Key will talk it. Hey, Joe, we are going. Ici, c'est, il te parle. That's one more. The country start crying on your knee for pro to go row. Oh dear, going to say country jam. For country jam to country row. She wants to have government. Shout out to all my bravi that calling for the poor people. Aaron Posa. Yeke Olba. Prophet Key. Prophet Key. He will walk. I'm back to reality.
Let's get a counter to that song right there. Let's get a counter. That was the opposition. Let's play the ruling party music right now. Let's get to that real quick here. All right, this is the counter to the song I was just playing. Let's get a counter to that political songs. One second, I'm doing multiple things here.
It's your bonaro, gotta work out. That on money work out, gotta still work out. One on money black out.
Come on.
Yo, yeah, before. Yo, yeah. Gotta work out. That on money work out, gotta still work out. One on money black out. We're not here for it. We got to pay their trade. It's time for us to put hands together. Move our country forward. Let's stop the hate. Pushing fake messages. Let us stop the out of money. Liberia, overseas. You pay the project black. You feel style on social media. You are wet now. No need no pain. All the money black out. You're all the hate messages you preaching, you're not doing it to the blackout, you're doing it to the people, the poor people, the people you claim to love, the people you want to rule. Gotta work out, that on money work out, gotta still work out, one on money blackout, got it yeah before, yo yeah, gotta work out. That on money work out, that is still work out. One on money black out, we're not here for it. We got to pay their trade. Work out, making us it to one another. Encouraging us to spoil our country need. We should go and demonstrate. And I met you will be there. And I met demonstrate, yeah. Let me ask you work out. When we spoil our country, who will help us say? They say, no, work out, say, no. When you bring out a hand life, who will help us settle it? They say, no, work out, say, no. Making sure to gain power. We're not yet for that kind of flower. Work out, get black out, a chance. We are one. We are one. Get past it, then we are a chance. We are one. We are one. Can't you see? He's very wrong.
We're friends, guys. Share the show.
We are share. He's building hospital for all of us. We are one. We are one.
Share, guys.
At the gas station.
It's a birthday of our boys. So time to watch later. We gotta share the show.
Say nothing, we get you military hospital. We are one. We are one. Say nothing, we just in your market. We are one. We are one. The new head office for the people of Morovia. We are one. We are one. Send our doctors and students abroad for the fast day. We are one. We are one. For fast scholarship for LU and pay one fee. We are one. We are one. So what do you must do in 2 years to please you work out? I got to see. You say we should go and demonstrate. And I met you will be there. I met demonstrate, yeah. Let me ask you where now. When we score our country, who will help us say? They say I know, where can say I know. When you bring out a hand, who will help us settle it? They say I know, where can say I know. Making sure to get power, we not yet for that kind of power. Where can get black out a chance to that work out. That on money wreck out, that is still work out. One on money black out, yo yeah before, yo yeah, that is work out. That on money wreck out, that is still work out. One on money black out, we not here for it. You got pay their dream, it's your narrow.
All right, guys, let's do this. Let me do some sharing here. Then my guest will be here while my guest is coming. If you're on the platform, welcome to the Voice of Sano. So let me share the show here for you. Yeah, let me use this gadget right here.
Don't disrespect me because I get on papa. You will not disrespect because see me papa. Don't disrespect me because I get on papa. You will not disrespect because I will on do we not building, but we can make it happen. We not millionaire, but we can keep it popping. We not building, we can make it happen. We not millionaire, but we can keep it popping. I go, you build it from me. On my way to the club, I met this beautiful Jim. I was the girl, can I talk to you? She was like, to know from a standing. Some people can know I love you from the way that you walk, way that you talk. Some people can know I love you from the place that you live and the thing that you do. Don't see me like this, but when I don't know feedback, we can spend it. Don't see me like this, but when it comes to the money, we can spend it. Don't disrespect me because I get on papa. You will not disrespect because you see me in papa. Don't disrespect me because I get on papa. You will not disrespect because I will not do we not building, but we can make it happen. We not millionaire, but we can keep it popping. We not building, we can make it happen. We not millionaire, but we can keep it popping. I go, on me. On me. Don't disrespect me because I get on papa. You will not disrespect because you see me in papa. Don't disrespect me because I get on papa. You will not disrespect because I will on do we not building, but we can make it happen. We not millionaire, but we can keep it popping. We not building, we can make it happen. We not millionaire, but we can keep it popping. I go, the buildings on me. I go, the buildings on me. Songs like
All right, let's just try this one. I'm waiting for our guest here. And I'll be starting the show quick in a little bit too.
To write essays that inspire.
Let me see.
Begin at tonebybread.com. I love the way you make your voice vibrate. Step into the club with my bandit. Looking at your baby, come here one day. Come put that girl and say, we can keep it up. Baby, girl, come tell the bird. On your way to tell the bird. Baby, take me on the gate. I love the way you make your voice vibrate. Baby, girl, don't you mind her? Don't you mind about me, man? Baby, girl, it's your life, oh. Come on, yeah. Baby, get back for it. Yeah, body chop down the way. Can't you run out of bed. As long as you ain't up your waistline. Baby, get back for it. Yeah, body chop down the way. Can't you run out of bed. As long as you ain't up
Got a phone.
It's right.
You can keep the blueprint, we will do the work. You can keep the blueprint, we will do the work. You can keep the blueprint, we will do the work. I wish you call me. Battle medicine, everywhere you live. Battle medicine, President we are, you live. Battle medicine, forget all, you live. Battle medicine, Lion of Africa. Battle medicine, Africa black diamond. Battle medicine, the face of Africa. Battle medicine, Liberia's pride. Battle medicine, where you live. Battle medicine, President we are, you live. Battle medicine, bringing change to our land, you live. Battle medicine, be papa, you not small papa. Battle medicine, you feel mental, papa. Battle medicine, did you love more? You use it, Joseph. Now make the road looking like my one guy. Gotta see your love boy, you use some Puebla. Gotta see your love boy, you use in Pancha. Country giant, you are a lion. Your better medicine, it get you. Your better medicine, it get you. So it get you, that why you are the road. Log it down, the you. No community, you. We are the you. All the summer roads. Everywhere you live. Battle medicine, President we are, you live. Battle medicine, forget all, you live. Battle medicine, Lion of Africa. Battle medicine, be papa, you not small papa. Battle medicine, Liberia's pride. Anything they do now, this our time now. We will change things around. It's the groundbreaker, no shaking. Anywhere you break, run that road facing. Be the dog, be the dog, be the contract giant, be the dog, my road, Lion of Africa. Be the dog, okay, come, be the dog, be the from Kanka to Swaju, Breakdown. From Ara to here, we will face rose. From Fondema to Foya, we will face rose. From Side to the Roachi, we will face rose. From Riwaji to Miranda, all of the counties. You will dwell, Mr. Barrow Medicine. You will dwell, Mr. Barrow Medicine. You can keep the blueprint, we will do the work. You can keep the blueprint, we will do the work. When no go rough, when I can't to time. When no go rough, when I can't to time.
Barrow Medicine, aka Barrow Medicine. Giving the room for the citizen. From nothing one end to the other end. This my bit, then I want it work. End of the block on the highway work. Back up pretty, I've been working. I've been problem, I wanted to finish. Join here, that way to get off. It will be easy when we to get off. Open with you. Banga said you. We cannot you. Griffin said you. I need to wreck you for the barrel again. Don't let that bread go on, baby. Yeah. No, you don't know what that will get.
You a do Mr. Barrow Medicine. You a do Mr. Barrow Medicine. I wish you call me Barrow Medicine. Everywhere you live. Barrow Medicine. President we are, you live. Barrow Medicine. Forget all, you live. Barrow medicine, Lion of Africa. Barrow medicine, Africa black diamond. Barrow medicine, the face of Africa. Barrow medicine, Liberia's pride. Barrow medicine, where you live. Barrow medicine, President we are, you live. Bio medicine, bring it to our land, you eh. Bio medicine, be papa, you not small papa. Bio medicine, if you no matter, papa. Bio medicine, you can keep the blueprint, we will do the work. You can keep the blueprint, we will do the work. When no go rough, when I can't do time, when no go rough.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night, wherever you are around the world. Let me see something here quickly. Let me get my second gadget set up here. We'll make sure all is on course. All right. I'm not having a technical problem here. No, hopefully not. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Voice of Sound in the Diaspora with Doc Sayaporta Esoteric. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. I'm very, very happy to be here with you again to have a conversation about Sano County, the Sapo community in the diaspora, and everything else that you have to know with respect to Sano and again the diaspora community of the Sapo Association. So today I have a special guest, which is the former president of the Sapo Association in the Americas, former national president, Madam Jegbadai Foley, is my special guest today. Hopefully she'll be here. I think the link has been sent out to her already. While we are doing that, while we are waiting for the guests, let me give you some preliminary. Today, if you start the show from the beginning, you saw the magnificent image on your screen. Let me share that with you again. And that is the First Lady of Voice of Sound in the diaspora. And her name is, I call her Balayana. Okay, Balayana. So Balayana is the First Lady of Voice of Sound in the diaspora. And today she is celebrating her birthday. And so we can't start this show without first acknowledging the birthday of the First Lady, the lady that is taking care of Doc Sayaporta Esoteric and the family. We cannot start the show without recognizing your birthday. And so I like to use this time to my darling, my gorgeous lady, Balayana, I call her, the head of the Council of Wise Ladies. I'd like to use the opportunity to say happy birthday to you. On behalf of the family, everybody else, the children in Liberia, those here, we want to say happy birthday to you. We love you from the bottom of our hearts. You are the best. And so we cannot start the show without dedicating. As a matter of fact, this show is dedicated to you today. The whole entire show, even though I have a special guest today. But that is it, the First Lady birthday today. And that's the beautiful couple, Doc Sayaporta Esoteric and the First Lady, Balayana. That's how I call Balayana, okay? Let me get to the next thing here. Why again I'm waiting for my guests. Let me get to something here for you. Before the guest on here for all our guests. We are waiting for her. Let me get you to something here that I want to talk about quickly. I like to do this shout out to the vice president of the United Support Association. What's the error here? It says, what am I getting? Error messages. Stop it, please. I have a special guest today. Okay, so I have a special. Like you said, I want to do a shout out actually. Congratulations to the vice president of USAA Iowa chapter, Mr. Abel Morris, and his beautiful wife on their successful traditional wedding. Attended on Saturday. Mr. Mr. I forgot her name. So the first lady name, that's the fault on my part. So the first lady of Able, they had this beautiful traditional wedding in Iowa, and it was great. And also, we just want to use the opportunity to say congratulations to the vice president and his wife. We wish you all the best in your marriage. You know, this is a good example to set, Mr. Morris or Mr. Vice President, especially as a leader. This is very important. It's a pretty good example to set for others or for those that you are leading to follow. And so we like to say congratulations to the couple. Uh, all right, that's something that I wanted to get out of the way there for us. And let me get that image out so you can see my beautiful face. Now, uh, the photo that I just showed you again was the traditional wedding of Mr. Abel Morris and his beautiful wife. And that program was attended by our national president, His Excellency G. Coach Dio. And so I want to talk about that a little bit before my guest, while she's still yet to come. That's just the image right here. And I must admit, this is a beautiful image. It looks great, and also seeing the leaders together. That's President Kolo. Followed by him is the national president himself, His Excellency G. Coach Dio. Next to him is the president of the Iowa chapter, President Dave Coody. And then we have the Minnesota chapter leader also there, Mr. Casey Wiley. Is there. The guys, they look great. They look great. But the only critique that I have on this picture is the number one, the proximity of the leaders. Number two is the lack of mask. Yes. Recently we listened to the Splendid, although rhetorically it was splendid, but the content was insipid. And so the national president of our union, His Excellency G. Coach Dio, give us a State of the Union after about 2 years in hibernation. And during that speech, he said something which I thought, again, I told you guys some time ago, I said the president is a Democrat, and he demonstrated that. And so the democratic credential of the president to accentuate that, during his speech, the president told us that it is good to criticize. You know, criticism as a leader, you will be susceptible to criticism. The president acknowledged that. And so, Mr. President, I like the fact that you acknowledge criticism. And by criticism, I'm of the view that the president is talking about constructive criticism and not destructive or destructive criticism. Okay, so I want to criticize the honorable president constructively based on his prior message to us. And I will use this picture to propound the criticism to the president. Again, the State of the Union, the president told us that the convention scheduled for this year will not go on as scheduled. And the reason is that because of the COVID-19. And besides the COVID-19, the president said he cares for the health of the members, which I think is highly thoughtful. That is laudable on the part of the president to think about the health of us, of the people that he is leading. Now, the problem that I see here is the hypocrisy from the president. It is hypocritical because the president cannot say he is canceling the convention in Florida because of the COVID-19. He doesn't want to endanger the health of the members. But on the other hand, he is going. All right, my guest is in. I'll bring the guest on shortly. But in the same vein, the president is going to a gathering without a mask on, And the people that attended that program, they are about 80% members of the Sapod Association in the Americas. So we are wondering why is it okay for the members, at least 80% of the people that went there, again, they are the members of the Sapod Association in the Americas. And the president led a delegation to Iowa, which is a good thing to go and support the vice president of our chapter. But we are looking at what is going on, the pandemic, the reason the president gave us in the national address, that he doesn't want to endanger the health of the members. So now I see the president's presence or his not advising the president or the vice president of the Iowa chapter to postpone the program. And he went there participate in a program where nobody was absolutely nobody wore mask, and the infection rate of the virus in Iowa is escalating, is going up. But the president thought it's okay to go to Iowa without mask. It's okay for that convention, for that program to be held, for him to participate, for him and the members to dance together. But on the other hand, it's not okay for the Iowa convention or for the Florida convention to go on. So then it begs the question: the what you call it, the cases or the virus, it only catches people in Florida, but it doesn't. People don't contract it in Iowa, and so that's the question there. It begs the question again. I repeat that question: does the virus catches people or catch people? Or people contract the virus in Jacksonville, Florida, and not in Iowa or Des Moines, Iowa? The president said the convention should not go on because it is not safe, which I support him. I support the president. But the president, on the other hand, he has done a U-turn, hypocritical U-turn, and he is in Iowa and dancing in the crowd, no mask on. So, Mr. President, why are you endangering the health of the members in Iowa? Why is it okay to do so? Why is it okay to endanger the health of the people in Iowa, but it's not okay to do so in Florida? I'm not saying the Florida convention should go on, but my point of contention here is, Mr. President, if it is not okay to have the program in Florida because of the coronavirus, then it should not also be okay to have a program in Iowa in the midst of the virus. That is not okay. And so, Mr. President, you are not doing the members justice. So rhetorically, you sound pretty good, but practically you are doing something different. And that is, you have put me, Mr. President, in the wilderness of melancholy, in the wilderness of sadness, in other words. You cannot do this to us. You come and give a beautiful speech rhetorically, but then in practice, you are doing absolutely nothing or something different. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to keep my guests in the waiting room for too long. So at this time, I'd like to bring my guests on so that we get the show going. But in the meantime, I'd like to recognize all the members that are following our incumbent national vice president, President Gus Sedetafen, is following the show. Let me recognize, and I will bring my guest on here, our chair lady for the Delaware Valley chapter, Manja Smith, Vema Smith, Ottawa, Toted, Tony Bart. Thanks for joining the show. That's Melvin Solo Boy. How you doing? Thanks for joining the show. Board member. That's Milton Shigbe. Thanks for joining the show. He said confirmed cases in Iowa are, like say 35,502. That's a lot of cases over there, and 753 deaths. And the president is saying it's okay to have party over there with no mask on. This is endangerment of the health of the members, and we cannot be quiet when we see these things. Yes. So we also, I'm seeing my guest is following. I'll bring my guest on shortly. That's the president of our union, Madam College with Foley. I'm seeing the honorable chairman of our project committee of the national administration, Honorable Dasleby Sine. He's following the show. I'm seeing the Vice President of the Delaware Valley Chapter, Honorable Mason Tuba, is also following the show. And of course, the beautiful First Lady of Voice Asano, Queen Balayala, is following the show as well. Honorable President of the North Dakota Chapter, Honorable Otello and Kolo, is following. Honorable President of the Minnesota Chapter, President Kissy Wally, is also following, and five others. I'm not seeing your names. The Vice President of Florida Chapter, Madam Amelia Tijana, is also following the show. I'm seeing Kennedy Bala. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining the show. Moton Jero, I'm seeing a lot of you, a lot of people here. So, guys, let me get my guests on here, and then we will get Bax Bawoza, or Zach Bawoza, sorry. And then Welly George, the First Lady for Florida Chapter. I will not the national, but I think it's Joyce Yempan is also following the show. All right, let me get my guests on here. All right, Madam President, you are live on the Voice of Sound, right? Am I clear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this, use the opportunity. Madam President, can we change the position to at least carry your image up a little bit, please? Is that possible to adjust? Yeah, it's getting better.
How's that?
Yeah, perfect. But there you go. Okay, that's cool. That's great. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, on the melodious voice of Dark Side Porter Esoteric, I am honored at this time to introduce the former national president of the Sapwood Association in the Americas, and by extension, or also, if you like, the former congressional contestant. She contested in electoral district number 3, Sano County, Republic of Liberia. She wanted to be the representative, but that didn't go as planned. But that is not the end of the journey. It's a race. It's a marathon. So at this time, I don't want to do a long introduction. Madam President, welcome to the Voice of Sino.
Thank you. It's an honor.
All right. So how are you today?
I'm doing fine. We have very nice weather here in LA. It's sunny, shiny. It's beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, Lee, the smile is coming out. You are a little pensive, you know. All right, so your people are eager to hear from you. Any preliminary comments that you want to make before we get going?
Well, actually, I would like for all the listener to, be very objective. If you have questions, make sure those questions are of value to our community. And basically, I think a lot of people know me and they know how I am. I'm not the one to pretend that all is well when it's not. So we shall see.
Okay, excellent. So you want to greet your people in Sapo, please?
Apo nosotros.
That's good.
I tell God thank you.
That's awesome. All right, so Madam President, we have an agenda here. The agenda, I think, is divided into 3 sections. So the first aspect, since we are in the U.S., should I say 3 or 2? Okay, but yeah, we have one. The first aspect, it has to do with the activities of the United Sapwood Association in America, and obviously you are a board member, and so we have a lot of things going on here, and so it's an honor to have you. I think even though Mr. Milton Shibe has been here before, he talked to us. But I think it will be in the interest of the people for more of the leaders to come on here to explain what actually is going on, because the State of the Union address that we listened to, the president actually came at the ball. It was vicious. So we want to know what is going on. The people uncomfortable with some of the language coming from the top. All right, so we'll talk about the USAA. We'll talk about your legacy. Let's just say your history as a leader, prior leader of the organization, and then we'll review your history. So I think that the third part, your history as a political contestant or let's just say representative candidate during the 2017 election in Liberia. And so we want to start with the USAA. So the first thing that I want to ask, what actually going on in the Union, Madam President? What's going on? The organization would say Apollo Insapo. That's the word, which means we are together. But it seems to be the teens. It's Chinua Achebe who said teens are falling apart. The center cannot. Is that the case yet?
I really don't want to go that far. I think the center will hold. But let me start by saying that I believe the organization, we are together to a certain extent. You have some individuals that are battling some ego, they're battling some other interpersonal things that's going on with them. But as a whole, the organization is together. You may have a group that they are trying to hold on to power. There's nothing wrong with trying to hold on to power, but you have other people that you have to work with. You did not ascend to that position by yourself. People help you. Everyone in life got where they are because of someone helping them. We all had help somewhere along the way, as we were coming up. So we all had help. So I don't want to say that the organization is falling apart, but we do have some challenges. We have some challenges, and one of the biggest challenges we have is this COVID-19 and not having election also leading to oh shit. What I didn't want to happen. I'm sorry. What I didn't want to happen. I thought I changed phone. I may have to get my iPad to see if I can I can not have any interruption. What I was saying, we had some challenges, and the COVID-19 was our biggest challenge. Of course, we're not having a convention. This year is an election year, and we have a constitutional dilemma. Let's be honest. We have a constitutional dilemma. I won't call it a crisis because I think we can work things out. We can work it through. It's our organization. We made this organization. It's member driven. So we made this organization, so it belongs to us, and we can work things out. So we have a constitutional dilemma, not a crisis, but we have a constitutional dilemma. Other people would like to make it a crisis. Other people are dreaming of things that, what I would call some paranoid thoughts. You thinking about things that some of us are not thinking about. So I can only speak for myself, and and I'm hoping I will represent the board. I will represent the interests of the board, and the members of the board are not thinking the way some of our brothers in the North are thinking. So that's where we are. The organization has a very rich history, and I have to say I am very honored to be the product of the first president. So that's a great honor, and I have to keep that going. I cannot sit and allow what my father started or what my father was part of to just fall apart, and I cannot sit and allow a group or certain individual that met the organization. You met the organization here, so you don't have any right to dictate to how this organization is going to go. This is a team effort. We are going to do it together. So you're not going to dictate to it when you met people already standing solid on the ground. So I want to protect the organization. I want to protect the image, the integrity. I want when people hear the United Sapo Association, they know that we are very strong. We are together. I mean, regardless, there's no family that don't have differences. We are together. But the United Sapo Association is one of the strongest organization, Liberian-based organization in this country, and we have been around for a long time. You know, we've been around for a long time, and we have history. We have lots of history, and within the Liberian population, they know us. They know who we are. So we're not going to allow a group of power-driven, power-drunk individual to try to bring us to our knees. It's not going to happen.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Madam President. I mean, pick on some of what you said. You heard the word challenges, and one of them you said constitutional dilemma. It's not a crisis, you said, and I also heard the word the interests of the board. You know, so I just want to pick on those things a little bit here. Besides are you there?
Let me put my headphone on.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
am. Okay. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. So you say we'll have some challenges, and you underlined, you underscored the constitutional dilemma, which we want to go into a little bit more. What are the other challenges you have in mind?
The challenge, one of the challenges that we're facing is the board and the executive working in harmony. We're not working in harmony. That, the board and the executive from the beginning, I think it's safe for me to say that from the beginning they have been having problems, and I don't want to point the problems to one person or the executives doing all this, and then the board is an angel, they're not doing anything. But the board has done everything to try to guide the president, to guide the executive, so they can be on a safe path. The board have done that. The executive at the same time had bent the rules. The executive have bent the rules a lot of times.
What are the rules that have been?
Okay, case in point. Before we can approve a project or we can approve a program, we should have a financial report. We need to know what's going on. What are our financial strength? We can't just give money. It's almost like having a debit card. You're just swapping, and then on Monday you find out you're in the negative. So before anything can be approved, let's find out what are our financial report. Our constitution said that we should have a report every quarter. Okay, we're in a very advanced country. Everything is electronic. It's not going to cost you anything. Matter of fact, it's cheaper. Those things can be done just like that. The executive would not present a financial report. The board would bend over backwards and accept, okay, you know what, Mr. President, the executive will approve this. The board done it so much until the president and the executive, they saw it as a normal thing. It's almost like you didn't raise this kid. Now you and the kid are the same size. Now you want to raise the kid. They start talking back to you. They want to fight you. That's what happened. So the board themselves actually created some of the problems. We have members on the board that, in as much as we are all family, in as much as we're all the same people, oh, let's just leave it. Let it be so. We don't want confusion. So when the executives see that they have people on the board that will convince the other people, you know what, let's go ahead and approve this, and he'll bring the financial report. Trust me, it never happened. Nope. They will come back again and do it. So the board also have their own part to play. They also can be blamed because they actually allow the executive to get away with certain things. I didn't have that opportunity. I will get back to the two difference. My administration and this current administration, I did not have that opportunity. So now the executive, on the other hand, when they see that they have some members who are not willing to follow the Constitution, or follow what we said that we're going to follow, they take that and use it to their advantage. So whenever the president see that the board is being tough, they go on this propaganda. Oh, the board is against me. They're stopping progress, and then the phone calls come from all over. You know, we're the same people. We need to move on. And then the board chairman and the board member would give in. So that's why we're here. Case in point, the election. We knew that we were having an election in August from North Dakota. We knew that coronavirus was not around. But before August, as early part of the year, we knew election was coming. It's not no secret. It's not like election is not coming. But from North Dakota, it was already voted on that the convention is going to Florida, right? This is pre-coronavirus COVID-19 epidemic or pandemic. The president knew long time that this is he has to set up an election commission. Every time there will be a meeting call to discuss election, the president is unavailable due to other engagement that he cannot change his schedule or whatever. Every single time election is on the agenda, he will not show up. But whenever we need approval for some kind of funding, he will send a citation out. So this went on, and I have to blame the board, including myself. We allow it every time. So what are you going to do about it? The election commission? He will not show up. What can you do? We went on with this until COVID-19 hit. And that was the perfect opportunity for the president to use. Well, because of COVID-19, we cannot. I won't put it on him. I mean, it's true. We can't gather. To me, I don't think we should go to Florida. But he's in Iowa, and they're posting on Facebook. That's a different story on another day. But so when COVID-19 came, it was a perfect opportunity for this president to use that, because whenever election is coming, or the talk of election, it brings a lot of anxiety to the executive. It causes so much anxiety to the point that they started this thing. Oh, election bring confusion. Election do not bring confusion. People bring confusion. When he was running, there was no confusion at all. When I was running, there was no confusion. When Mr. Obako was running, there was no confusion. So why is it now, when it's time for your re-election, we're going to have confusion? That was the propaganda that they were carrying. That didn't work, and COVID-19 became the lucky card for him. So that's where we are. So no election, no convention. So we do have a constitutional dilemma, because the executive term ends on the 31st of August. The board term ends on the 31st of August, but the Constitution, the Constitution was well crafted. I have to admit, because the Constitution, if the Constitution clearly state that the board should head the affairs of the organization until we can have an election. And
so, but what do you mean when you say the board term is over?
I'm sorry, I can't even hear you. What was that again?
No, I was asking, when you said the board term is over, and then you said the board can stay. The Constitution says that and the boat can be in charge. So those statements are contradictory. So which is which?
No,
The
well,
boat turns
there's a
over.
I'm sorry.
please. I truly apologize. Let me change phone, okay? Please.
Okay, sure.
Let me
Oh,
just let me switch phone.
Okay.
This is not working out for the kid.
All right. So yeah, I can. So you want to use another device and
I want to switch phones because I
okay.
cannot hear you from this particular phone. So I'm gonna
Okay.
log off of here and I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch phones.
Okay. Let me see. So she'll be right back in a little bit, guys. So in the meantime, let's do a quick commercial here while we're waiting for her.
Jelly Rada, Jaga logo. And then I'll be better than a French. Jaga logo. And then I'll be better than a French. I'm a Betty Equabo. I'm a Betty Equabo. Mola to left the Quabo. Mola to left Quabo. Jaga logo. And then I'll be better than a French. Jaga logo. And then I'll be better than a French. What kind of throw up say you carry? The you think that she a fiery. But what say you carry? The you think she a fiery. What is that a French? What is that a French? Say I Billy go here. I Billy go here. Billy go here. Billy go here. I Billy go here. I Billy go go. Billy go go. Billy go go. Hey, it's a Billy go go. Billy go power. Billy don't know. She left my star, so she can't go to it. The Billy kata, she want me Billy kata. I Billy kata on her dada. I Billy go go. I Billy go go. There's a whole lot of things. Your mama can get you got chicato. But gonna do what I do, you never do before. Jaga logo. And then I'll be better than a French. Jaga logo. And then I'll be better than a French. I'm a Betty Equabo. I'm a Betty Equabo. Mola to left the Quabo. Mola to left Quabo. Jaga logo. And then I'll be better than a French. Jaga logo. And then I'll be better than a French.
Are you hearing me now, my president?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh yeah, you gotta position yourself. Yeah. Hello? They're breaking up. Hello?
Am I clear? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Say a word again. Let me see.
I said, can you hear me? Am I clear?
It's
You got the music playing very loud.
Yeah, I got a music low now, but you got some noise somewhere in the middle there.
No, it's my air condition then. You see, I had this on the
No,
phone.
my brother, it's not an AC. I don't want you to be hot. It's not an AC.
You don't want me to sweat, huh?
Nah, I don't want you to. Yeah, it's not an AC. I think it's the device. I mean, if you can take the earpiece off, it will be fine. I think you can just make sure you turn off the Bluetooth or whatever on your phone. The connection, so we can get feedback. If you are not using it, then turn off the on your device, whatever is connected on your phone, you can turn it off. Hello? No, I'm not hearing you. No, no sound.
Turn it off.
Yeah, there you go.
Should I turn it off?
Yes,
Should I turn the headphone off?
please, please.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
I can't hear you. I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I'm hearing you perfectly well. But I don't know what's up. You are not.
Can you hear? I can.
I'm hearing you. I'm
Okay,
hearing
hold
you. Yeah.
Wait. Shit.
Language. You got a lot of people listening to you,
Hey,
my
man,
president.
that's the work environment. Hold on, I cannot hear you. This is crazy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Are
I'm
you
not
hearing?
hearing you.
There,
I'm
you
not hearing you.
come back again, please. Let me remove you and you come back. Yeah, guys, sorry, we want to address that technical issue over there. She will come back. Let's get the little entertainment here while we're waiting. Let's get something here for you.
Just like baby.
You try.
Me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I am hearing.
Okay, I can hear you.
You hear me now?
Yes, I hear you well.
Okay, good. But you want to position your camera you're all the way down. Remember when we did it behind the scene tutorial? Yeah, you can carry up a little bit, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Is this better?
Yeah, it should be good. Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully there will be no problem again. You know, the Obama phones sometimes they give people problems. You know.
I don't blame you. I was asking the boy to buy me an iPhone. That I don't even blame you.
So what? You asked the boy, and he didn't buy you the phone?
This was to buy me iPhone 11. I'm the only president that never benefit. I spend my own money. They say I stole their money. I borrowed them money. They say I stole their money. They didn't give me money to go to Liberia. I spend my own money to go to Liberia every 3 to 4 months to represent the organization. I travel all over America to represent the organization. I spend my own money. Now this president getting $3,000.
So what was the policy about them?
There was no policy. I feel sorry for them. I even get them money, even had program. At the end of the day, they say I stole their money. Yeah. I mean, don't make me do plenty of talking here.
So, but what's that? I mean, you bring it. That's something different. I'm hearing now. So, was that an allegation or a fact?
That was an allegation by some people who are still licking their wounds. Because Jegbadai came into their own town and dealt with them.
For some reason, your voice is going in and out.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Yeah.
Hold on. Alita, bring the iPad. Let you bring the iPad.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, it's going off and on. Yeah. So let me get the people a little musical interlude here while you get situated over there. Ladies and gentlemen, please forgive us here. Technology sometimes to have these problems. So if you're just joining us, welcome aboard. I seen Mr. Toby Wiley to join us. Mr. Wiley, welcome aboard. I seen Kid Jegbadai. How are you? Thanks for joining us. I don't know what I recognize. My own President Francois Miles is also following the show. Who else here I didn't recognize? Some of you are following, but I can see you, of course. Yeah. Let's see that while the president gets situated over there. Let me get something for you here.
Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. I can't deny, I can't deny. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. All I want you, be my baby, my baby. Just say yes, I do. Just say yes, I do. Say all I want you, be my baby, my baby. Yeah, just say yes, I do. Just say yes, I do. Say yes, I do. I can't lie, girl, you're killing me slowly. All I want is that you're loving. Baby, come and be my darling. Oh, baby, oh, I'm in love. I can't lie, girl, you're killing me slowly. You're loving. Baby, come and be my darling. Oh, baby, oh, I can't deny, I can't deny. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. I can't deny, I can't deny. Girl, with your love.
I'm coming.
Okay, all right.
Morning.
Hopefully.
Girl, with your love, I can't get tired. With your love, I can't get tired. All I want you, be my baby. Just say yes, I do. Just say yes, I do. Say all I want you.
I'll get you up so you can get situated back there. I'll get something for the people here. All right, guys. So our guest will be back in a little bit. But while she is getting situated back there, I like to talk about, like to know what is going on in Sando County right now. The president, I will also ask for opinion on this right here. Um, this is the news article from KMTV.com. I saw the article yesterday. Sando County co-authors temporary halt to youth association elections. All right, so the last Saturday, the organization of the Sando Youth Association, they were supposed to go to the ballot box to elect new leaders, but let's just say on the day of election, or maybe a day, I think it was a day of the election, because when I read the article, the chairman of the Electoral Commission, which Patrick Bolu, said they were getting prepared for the election to go on, and then they received a communication from the court that the election has been halted, everything should be put on hold. So they will have two young guys in the race. Jerry Pen, I think Pena, hopefully I caught that name right, Pena or Pena. And the other guy is called Oliver Clark. So Oliver has his team, and then Jerry has his team. And so on this guy on Saturday, that you are going to the battle box for the people to choose who they want. But the side of Terry Penn, filed a complaint at the third judicial circuit court of Sando County, complaining that the Electoral Commission and the current interim administration, they are not reliable. They don't trust them. They think that they will not do a good job. They will be cheated, and so for that they filed a complaint at the court. And so on the 21st of this month, the team, the interim leadership, and the chairman of the Electoral Commission, they will be appearing in court to see what the issue is. So they have they didn't list the counts, but they said 9 counts. They didn't tell for sure, but the only thing they said, they don't trust the Electoral Commission, and the interim team right now, they don't also trust the team. And so right now, that's what the situation is right now. Currently, The Sando County Youth Association election is now on hold. But if you read that article, let me see here. Maybe I can share my screen with you so we can share. I can share that article with you here. Let me see. Let me do that quickly. Come here, and then I will see this one. Let me share that article also. So this is the article right here. Let's see. I can share that. Let me get my device settled here. All right, let's see. Let me see. I want to share. That's my screen. I want to see whether it's okay on my side here. I want to share that screen, my screen with you, so we can look at the article. So here's the article right here. It's from KMTV for sure. And these are the young people, the guys. So you can see Sando County orders, court orders temporary halt to youth association elections. And these are the young guys from the team of Mr. Terry Penner, I think. And so let me read this. Let me share this with you. All right, the article was written by one Mark G. Gray. And then it goes on to say Sando County, the third Judicial Circuit Court in Greenville, Sando County on Saturday placed a restraining order on the Sando Youth Association general elections. The court's decision followed after a complaint was filed by aggrieved contestants and registered youth groups headed by Mr. Terry Penner through their legal counsel. It goes on to say Sando Youth Association is the umbrella organization for all youth organizations in the southeastern county. The 9 counts petition, which was filed on Friday, July 10th, indicted the Independent Elections Commission, IEC, and the interim leadership of the Youth Association of their missteps in handling the youth electoral process. It goes on to say, according to the petitioners, they were unsatisfied with proceedings leading to the conduct of the election, stating that the ballot is corrupt and is not trusted to hold a free and transparent election. The article going on, so there's a quote over there. We are not satisfied with the election commission and the interim leadership to hold a very free and transparent election. They are one-sided. There are so many fraudulent actions that we have noticed as law-abiding citizens. We don't want to disturb the process, but to seek legal redress. Norris Dabwet, one of the petitioners said. Okay, so that's Norris. Patrick Bolu, head of the IEC, the Independent Electoral Commission, confirmed receipt of the court's stay order to halt all proceedings leading to the election. The article goes on to say, Mr. Bolu said the commission was set to conduct the July 11 election when they received the communication early Saturday morning while preparing. He goes on to the article goes on to say, while preparing, I think I skipped something over there. Hold on. Okay. He added that they have consulted the legal counsel and waiting to appear before the court on 21st of July. It goes on, we received a writ of summoning for retaining order from the third judicial court today while preparing this morning to have things set up for the conduct of the election, asking us to halt the entire process and proceed to court in 10 days. We have contacted our legal lawyer and awaiting the 21st to appear before the court, he said. The article went on to say Oliver Clark, who is the other candidate, Okay, Oliver Clark, presidential candidate and team leader of Team Clark, in reaction to the court's order, said, "We were shocked this morning when we received a call from the commissioner informing us that the election has been put on hold because they received an order from the court asking them to do so due to a complaint against them by our contenders. We trust the court and we are waiting and ready for any new date that an election will be held on court." That's a statement from the other candidate. So meanwhile, some citizens of the county have alarmed over alleged interference by some top government officials of the county into the youth elections. Okay, so they are saying some top government officials are involved in the process. That is a crucial line over there. Meanwhile, some citizens of the county have alarmed over alleged interference by some top government officials of the county into the youth elections. Who are the top government officials? They didn't tell us in here. We know what is happening. We know what is happening here concerning this youth election. You can see that it is very tribal, okay? Almost like the election between Crew and Sapo. That is because some top government officials involved, and it continues to cause problem among our young people. That's Nambi Wisen, a prominent citizen, said. The aggrieved contenders or contestants and the Independent Election Commission are expected to appear before the court on July 21st, 2020. Okay, so that's the article from uh, KMTV.com with respect to the Sino County youth election. So right now we have uh, a court issue going on over there in Sino County that we have to do that has to be addressed before the young people election can go on. All right. So that's something that I want to share with you. There's the travel element indicated in our communication is disturbing, and also the involvement of top government officials. Okay, I don't know who the officials are that are interfering with the youth election, and for what reason they are doing that, we don't know for sure. But the tribalism in Sano County is not doing us any favor. It's not doing us any good as a group of people from the same place that inhabit the same place. I mean, tribe is not doing anything for all of us in the county. The fact that some people are Crew, some people are Grable, some people are Loma, some people are Miracle Liberian, the title doesn't do anything. It doesn't help you. It's the people occupying certain positions in the county or in the country. And those people who are in position of authority, they are not doing what they're supposed to do for the people. But then, for whatever reason, people inject travel or negative tribalism in the picture, because tribalism by itself is tribalism. You gotta understand has two facets. They got the negative tribalism and the positive tribalism. And so, if you're a follower of Voice of Sound, you should know the distinction by now. But let's assume you are a new follower. The negative tribalism is this sort of tribalism where people they divide the people because of regional where you come from. But the positive travelers is the other person who puts all the tribes together for them to work together as peace or in peace, basically. So I just still don't get it. This concept of just stressing tribe and tribe and tribe and tribe. I just don't get it, and why the leaders are doing that. And the young people that's supposed to make the difference, that's supposed to deviate from whatever the old heads are doing, or the old leaders that are fixated on tribalism are doing, instead of the young people contradicting those leaders, they themselves are playing into the tribalistic, negative tribalistic playbook of these leaders. And it is not helping them. You know, the fact that the children are not in school, it's not because of tribalism. The fact that there is no hospital or good hospital in Sando County, it's not because of tribalism. The lack of electricity in Sando County in the 21st century, people are sleeping in darkness, it's not because of tribalism. The lack of roads in Sando County, I was looking at the deceased lawmaker other day, the late Nagus Law, in his district, the people are looking at those videos, and those people are walking like they are in the Stone Age. It's not because of tribalism, those things are going on. It's because sometimes when the money or resources are sent to the county for development, those leaders, they consume the money, and then they later on turn everything around and say, oh, because of tribalism, that's why this is not done. That's a bogus pretext. And so the young people of Sando County, you have to wake up from your slumber. You are sleeping. You are sleeping. And you know when you are sleeping, you know what happens? I mean, things pass by you. You know, because when you are dwelling on trivialities and you are not looking at a big picture, how can we work together as a team, all of us in Sando County, regardless of our tribal background? Why don't we put together and bring our ideas together, bring our different skills together, and develop our county? And then we'll be on the tribalism. The tribalism went on in Liberia. The Gio and the Crown, they fought to kill each other. The Madingo and the other tribe, they fought each other. The Basso man killed the Loma man. I mean, everything and those things, they destroy our country. But nevertheless, we are not learning from that. And we are still doing, I mean, we are repeating the same thing over and over. And that's what Einstein called it, that he defines it as insanity. The craziness, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. We have to start thinking different now. We have to go to the drawing board, people of Sando County and the people of Liberia. Negative tribalism is not helping any of us. Then you assume we play the devil advocate here and say, okay, let's play the tribal card. If you think you are in the majority in any county and say, okay, because you are in the majority, we'll take the resources and develop our place. Guess what? You will not be in peace because those who are marginalized will attack you. And that wherever you think you are defending, it will be destroyed. So in order to not put yourself in that situation, the best thing is to come together as a team. And then, okay, yeah, the leaders will go, okay, yeah, the resources. How can we apportion the resources? How can we distribute the resources amongst the people of the various regions so that everybody can benefit? What can we put if we cannot spread the resources among the people? Why don't we look for institution, build a facility, create a facility that will benefit everybody? So if you build, for example, a school, it serves a utilitarian function. Okay, utilitarian function meaning that it's the value what it produces, not the aesthetic beauty or the aesthetic look of it. And so hospital, they have utilitarian purpose, you know, because they heal people. They not say, oh, when you go to the hospital, they will not treat you because you're a crew male or you're a Sapo male or you're a Loma male, you're a group. No. So the goal of a hospital is a trip. So why don't we use the resources to build institutions or areas that everybody will benefit? If you build a modern and contemporary library, for example, the library will benefit all the children, that's regardless of your tribal background. You know, so we have to start thinking in this direction. Instead of, the leaders will come and join into student, or let's say the youth election. See the article. They say the leaders are now involved in the counting. And I personally been getting communication because I'm in the media, and they are saying, oh, the other leader is now in the process and is involved and supporting the other group of people. Come on, guys. I think we should be better than this. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, my guest is back now. Let me bring my guest on. Hopefully, we should be good now. Hopefully.
I truly apologize. I am so sorry. I am okay. so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, that's why we have to improvise. You know, sometimes these things they happen. Are you situated now?
Almost quite.
Oh, take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
I really, really sorry about this.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please give me a second. Let you get situated here. So, those are just joining. I saw a couple of people while I was talking. I was saying, uh, Honorable Clawulu Mane or Clawulu Mane Senior is following the show. I see Washington from Des Moines, Iowa. Thank you, sir, for joining the show. Evangelist James Carlo is also following. It's Washington for joining us. Mr. I think the co-chairman of the board for Sino County Associations in America. That's Honorable Tello Grisby is also following. Thanks for joining us. That's Susanna. That's my mom over there, Susanna, Mother Susanna. That's Samson. How you doing? All right. So that's Justine Zoika. Okay, sorry for Intimate. What's up? How you doing, Intimate? Welcome to the show. Let me recognize my uncle, Mr. Reverend. Actually, it's the Reverend James City. How you doing, sir? Your equipment is the problem, and not Gallay. So, am I still having the rest of you having problem with my audio? Please say something. Let's see here. Let me read some of the comments here, but I'm quite sure everybody should be fine because I'm not getting a lot of negative feedbacks, or at least just one observation from the Reverend. So Mr. Milton Shewe has a statement here. The president is doing extremely well. I'm monitoring from my residence in College Grove, Minnesota. Keep up the good work, relax, and take your own time. Well, President, you good to go now?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
I
perfect,
think
perfect.
I think we left off. You said that was a contradiction. How is it the executive term is over and the board can stay? You have to understand. From my understanding of the
No,
Constitution,
no.
and I'm
You
sure.
said, let me make that clear. You said the board and the executive term will be over in August, but then you said the Constitution also gives the board the authority to continue, you know, to be in charge. So that's why I was like, there was a disconnect, you know. You
Okay.
cannot say, yeah.
Okay. I like I said, there are several people that are very knowledgeable of the Constitution. I believe you said Mr. Slevy is online too. He
Right.
was one of those who signature to that Constitution. The board has permanent members who were elected, and then
Okay.
the board have people like me who was appointed by our chapter president.
Okay.
And it is those permanent members who have that authority. That's how I see it. That's my understanding of it. If that can be clarified, that is be clarified. But it clearly states in the Constitution, by us having the situation that we're having now, the situation that we're currently in right now, that whenever we find ourselves in a situation like this, the board would then head the affairs of the organization. This
Are you
happening
okay?
again. I apologize. They, they're
Well,
calling
so
when I'm not ready. I thought I. Can you
I
hear
thought,
me?
yeah, I'm hearing you. I thought you were using the
Okay.
iPad.
All right. This is the part I have. Every time somebody call, then I cannot hear myself on this thing. I have to go back and come back in, and I don't know how to do that. I can't hear you, but I'm sure you can hear me, right?
I'm hearing you. Yeah.
Okay, I hear you now. Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
So that is my interpretation of that part, because we do have permanent members on the board, and then we have members who are appointed by their chapter president. That's my interpretation of it. Is anyone on this platform can explain better than me, better feel free. But there are the permanent members on the board. The Constitution clearly state that it has to be the board have to head the affairs of the organization in a situation like this.
Yeah, Madam President, that provision of the permanent members that was dissolved in North Dakota, so we don't have that anymore. Hello, you hear me?
Yes, yes, I hear you.
Yeah, so we don't have that provision anymore in the Constitution, the permanent and the chap. But if you read Article, I think it's Article 3 of the Constitution. It
Let
gives
me
the
go
board the
to it. I
opportunity
have it
to.
right here.
Okay. Yeah, so you can when you get it, just let me know.
Okay, where are we now?
So you're talking about the Constitution, the legitimacy of the board members, whether they can take over after August, or I mean, what the Constitution says regarding who should lead, or the Constitution does not create room for somebody to be in charge in a situation like this.
Mr. Madison, please, I
Yeah.
honestly have to apologize. Whenever I get a phone call, it seems like my volume go low and I can't hear you, but I'm sure you can hear me. Let me figure out how I can increase my volume on this device that I'm using. I'm
All right,
having a
but let
bad
me get you up
network.
there and you play with it again. Let me try. Let me get you up and then you can come back. All right, guys. I'm sorry we're having a lot of technical issue problems from our end there. But your participation would be highly, highly appreciated. Your comments. I mean, it shouldn't be just about dark side port esoteric. I like to get your input, your feedbacks, and all of that, so that this is our we're trying to find a solution to that called that looming constitutional crisis. We don't want to get to that point, and so we have to start getting ideas now to save our union. Let's see. Let's try
Can
again.
you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, I'll pray that I don't have another phone call. Okay, which part of the Constitution
Yeah,
are we
I don't know what I prayer will help. Go ahead. Huh?
I'm sorry, which part of the Constitution were we discussing? Which
Let's look at Article 3 of the Constitution here.
article what?
To do Article 3.
Okay, all right.
Look at section. Let me get to my copy here quickly, please. So, ladies and gentlemen, so give me a second here, please. Apologize. Is Let me open my copy here since we are going that route. It's opening. Let me see article. Actually, it's Article 13 of the Constitution. Sorry about that. So to go to X 111.
Okay, I'm here. The generic process. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It talks
Okay.
about it.
So over there, that's General Assembly. I think let me go down a little bit. Okay, let's get to the bowl area.
That's section 1.2.
Okay. Yeah. Article. Yeah. X3. Let's get to Article 1. Let read section 1.1.
Okay, 1.1. Okay,
A
it
little
said that.
context or background. Also, if you want me, I can read that.
Okay, you can go ahead.
You want me to read it? I can read it. It says here, section 1.1. Let's start from that. The United Cyprus Association in Americas shall have a board of directors consisting of at least 5 permanent members elected by the national and at least 8 other members. I think that's the one you were talking about, and I don't think this apply anymore for North or Dakota. We don't have. So let's come to section 1.2. Or the 5 permanent members are elected for a period of 3 years. No, that's not the one I want. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Let's get to powers. Okay, the power 2.1. Let's look at the power. In the absence of the General Assembly, all corporate powers shall be exercised by the authority of the bull and and affairs of the association. Okay, that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. 2.3. Okay. Let's see terms of office. So okay, so let's look at terms of office. I think that's the section we should look at. All directors shall be elected to serve quiet and stipulated term. However, the term may be extended until a successor has been elected. You get that part?
Right, and that is the part that a lot of people are looking at, you know. So I mean, I if you look at this constitution, I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at. You do have the permanent members, and then you have those members who were appointed by the chapter president. The executives take. I'm not even going to go there. I don't want to say what they're thinking. I don't want to say what they're thinking, but it clearly states that the board is going to head the affairs of the organization. My interpretation is those members who were elected, those permanent members, and that is up for debate. That is up for debate. That is my interpretation of it. Like I say, there are several members on this platform right now that can give a better explanation of it. But all this right here can be worked out. All of this can be worked out. We don't have to go this far. We do not have to. We don't have to go this far. It can be worked out in the interest of the organization, in the interest of the people. That's my position on it. It can be worked out.
Yeah, but Madam President, you said, I mean, the board has been basically kowtowing or bending down to the executive. And so,
Yes.
are you going to solve the problem by bending down to the
No,
executive all the
no,
time? Is that a way
no.
forward?
Well, sometimes it take a situation like this to really see everybody for who they are. You know, you know that you have a problem, right? You find ways to correct those
Right.
problems, but you will never know you had a problem until the problem becomes a problem, and that's where we are right now. So I don't think I don't think the president will even imagine that things will be the way it was if we continue and we start talking to each other and negotiating. Those practice of using sympathy, those practice of little manipulation on delayed tactics, because one of the things the president was very good at, the executive was very good at, they will present a situation at the 11th hour that will put the board against the wall, because if we don't respond, it is going to have an adverse reaction for the organization. I give you case in point. Let's say the North Dakota convention, right?
Right.
That has to be held, and the general public will not understand that this particular president put the board against the wall. So at the end of the day, if the board do not respond in time, it will be a delay for the North Dakota chapter, and everybody will see the board as being bad, as being the group that is trying to suppress the effort of the executive. So the executive had a very, very manipulative tendency of carrying things out at the 11th hour, at the very 11th hour, which will in turn put the board against the wall. So I don't think we're going to have that problem again, because I am one of those that are going to speak it out. I am one of those that's going to let them know, look, we're trying to save our union. We're trying to keep our organization together. We're trying to be as one, as being as family, because we all are somehow interrelated. We're trying to do all these things, but all those little tricks, all those little manipulation, all those little sentimental arguments that you bring to the table, we're not gonna have it anymore. I'm not the one, because we have a tendency to know exactly what the problem is, but everyone wants to pretend like you don't see it. You see this big elephant in the room, but we're just going to pretend like we don't see that elephant so we can just continue. I don't think we're going to have that problem again. I really honestly do not think we're going to have that problem. Unless they want to have the problem, then we have a different situation to deal with.
So, but my president, when you say we will not have that problem again, so what is the remedy though to the problem?
No. One of the like I said earlier, one of the issue we have, right? You see something, but everybody is mute. Okay, everyone is mute. This is the behavior of, okay, let's say I have a tendency of I may have some bad habits, but no one is willing to, confront me of my bad habits. So I'm going to continue. But once you confront the person and we have a gentlewoman agreement, you know where I stand and I know where you stand. That was one of the problems we have. It was like we did not have the rules of engagement. We did not have how you call it? Yeah, rules. We did not have rules. Okay, if you do this, you get this. If you don't do this, this is what happened. Things like that. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think we're going to have that problem again, because I am one of those people that are going to put look, this is what I see. And then people have problems with me. They see a lot of things that may be wrong with me that I don't see for myself. So you let me know. You let me know what is it that I'm not doing. You let me know, and I'm gonna let you know, and we're gonna come to an understanding. Because you criticize me, I take criticism as strength. As you criticize me, make me stronger. As I criticize you, it should make you stronger. It should make you a better person. So that's what I'm talking about. We are not going to have that issue again.
Okay, but my president, just for us to have a clear idea, what exactly is the board planning, just in case the convention doesn't go ahead as planned, even though the president made the announcement already that it will not go on. So do you guys have some sort of contingency plan in place? What is it?
I can't really speak on that.
Hello?
Because yes. Can you hear me? I hear you well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I can't speak on what the board plans are. The board is having a series of meetings, so there's nothing concrete. The board is putting some things together, so it's nothing concrete. So I can't really come out and say, oh yeah, we plan to do this, we plan to do that. But one of the things that I do know that the board is the board will I guess use every measure, communication, every measure to see how best we can put our constitutional dilemma behind us, so we can move on as an organization.
Okay, but my president, are you guys again? I mean, you said you guys you've been having series of meetings, and I think you have some sort of resolutions for those meetings. So to give the members or the viewers an idea, are you guys planning to maintain the current leadership, or you are planning to break up interim leadership after the August 31st deadline?
Honestly, I cannot speak on that, because I think I had said it. I said it earlier on your show before. If it's up to me, right, put an interim government in, put an interim leadership in. If it was up to me, but it's not up to me. It is not up to me. So that
you're one of the power brokers.
But and I just told you my suggestion, and my suggestion.
So then the question becomes why you don't want to maintain the current administration and you want an interim administration.
Well, from my standpoint, you put a neutral party in. The president sit down, the board sit down. You put a neutral party in, and I don't see any hard feelings in it, because you have people who are trying everything possible to find a way to bring division, and I'm not prepared to go back to what happened 7 years ago. I don't want to relive that. I don't want to 7 years from now explaining, oh, this what happened, this what didn't happen. I don't want to do that. And this is my opinion. But you have
Okay,
other
so my
people.
president, to be clear though, so are you saying you want an interim team and a board and the current administration should step aside? That's your proposal?
If look, if we cannot come to a negotiation, if the table cannot be set, you know, if we cannot come to an understanding, put in a neutral party, because the interest of the community, the interest of this organization supersede anyone. Okay, I care less if I'm on the board. It doesn't matter. I am not going to lose anything. I'm okay. I don't need the board. I don't need I don't need that to promote myself. I can promote my own self. But the interests of our community supersede anyone, you know, how they may feel.
Yeah,
So
but President, I think your position is a little bit problematic in that
it may be,
if you
but
say
guess what?
this is
I'm
it, this is
not
it.
perfect.
Let me make the point clear here. If you say the board and the executive to step aside, that means you are also abrogating the Constitution.
Well,
We,
guess what?
what?
Guess what?
What?
Like I said, we have a constitutional dilemma, right? We do. We have a constitutional dilemma. I'm hoping that both parties would come to the table and find a solution out of this. If you cannot find a solution out of something, why fight? Even if it's this is how I feel about it. And other board member may convince me. I said it earlier. I had a board member that convinced me on to vote a certain way, and I agree. Just for us to go to that meeting, and it was disrupted. You know, it was disrupted. It was so disrespectful. They did all that. Now my mind is, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. But the same board member came back to convince me again. Look, let's try to discuss it. I'm willing to discuss. But if we cannot come to some kind of common medium, then look, let's put in a neutral party in. We have to save our organization. We just have to save our organization. This is not about me. This is not about the board chair or the president or the executive. It's not. No, it's not.
So have you accentuated a view to your colleagues during your meetings?
Oh yes, they know my position.
And what is their reaction to your view?
A lot of them, no, they have different viewpoint. I'm probably one or two person on the board that think the way I'm thinking, but everyone else have a different mindset, and they have different way of approaching it. But I am willing to change my decision, granted that both parties are honest and sincere to each other. I cannot have an appointee of the executive, the president, his appointee, trying to dictate to me when I represent the interests of my chapter, try to dictate to me how I should think. I cannot have that. It's not going to happen. So they're going to have to change some attitude. They're going to have to change their approach, because they don't scare nobody. They do not scare anyone. And I made it very clear. A lot of them met us here. Okay, we were operating before they came. So they don't scare nobody. So let's not try to show our muscle, who is strong, who is weak. No, this is not, it don't have anything to do with that. Okay, if you come into the table and you have the community in front, I'm willing to deal with you. I'm willing to work with you. But if you come to the table and you have your own self in front, no, I'm not willing to deal with you. And I will make it very difficult. I don't hide my hands. I will make it extremely difficult. I'm willing to work with you if you're coming with the community in front.
Okay, so Madam President, let me switch gear a little bit. You listened to the national president's speech at one time. What is your reaction to the president's speech?
Wow.
That's a reaction?
My reaction is wow, because I work in an environment where I come across a lot of personality, And my reaction is like is like an abuser, someone that beats their spouse, and then when they go to the hospital, the abuser is always close to that person. They don't want that person. They don't want nobody. They don't want no one to talk to that person. They always come across the very nice. They talk on both sides of their mouth. They come across that they're very caring and sincere, and at the same time, as soon as you turn your back, they start abusing the person. That's my reaction. The president's speech was, to say I was disappointed is very is very minimal. I was extremely disappointed in his speech. You cannot say that we're a family. You cannot say that we're a family, and then in the same recording say that we're trying to undermine you. You cannot say that we need to tone down the rhetoric. We are all family. We need to stick together. But then you say you're trying to undermine me. You're planning against me. You cannot say those things. So I don't know. I'm not really sure who the president. I don't know what he was thinking. I'm not sure who wrote that speech for him. I'm not sure what he was thinking. I'm not sure do he honestly believe what he was saying. I don't know. I was very, very disappointed in it, because if you say that Kade Jegbadai, and I'm gonna take it as an individual person. If you say Kade Jegbadai was trying to undermine my effort, I would be very hurt about it, because I am one of those who 100% believe in you. I believe in you, and I'm willing to do all I can to make sure that you're successful, because your success is my success. So then if you say that I am trying to undermine you, I am very, very disappointed. I am extremely disappointed. And his speech was the biggest contradiction that I ever heard. His speech was a speech of, it was so divisive. It was like us against them, just trying to split. In psychiatry, we call splitting. We have bipolar patients that love to split staff. When first shift leave, they will tell us what first shift did. Oh yeah, nurse so-and-so were talking about you. They're a splitter. The president come across as a splitter. He wants to split. He wants to split us. He said one thing here, he said another thing here. So his speech was very, very disappointing, and I was just really surprised at him. I don't know if he gave it any thought before he went on his state of Facebook union, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if he gave it any.
My president, I was in Florida 2016, and I met you. The man that you were talking about now, who is the current president for our union, I can vividly remember you guys actually campaigned for him to become president. I mean, so my question here is, Madam President, what is the disconnect here? What went wrong somewhere? Who is at fault here? And can you guys compromise? What did you do? Why you brought somebody to us and you guys are not getting along?
I want to I want to go back. That's one of the difference. Those are one of the differences I want to say about when I was president in the current administration. Sometimes you don't know what you have until it's gone. This president had one of the best board. This president came in elected with the board members who 100% approve of him. You understand? He had the support of that board. That's something I did not have. I went in with a board that was still licking their wounds. They were still upset from Philadelphia. But this president went in with a board that is 100% on his side. So what went wrong? I think the president is the best person to ask that question, because when the president, I'll give some of my little opinion. When you start to look at the entire organization and you want everybody that's going to be around you to be from the same state as you, you're going to have problems. you're going to have problems. I don't care, because the organization is a large organization. I mean, we're not that big, but we're large enough. We spread out in the United States, you know. So, and you have all your members from one almost all. Let's say 85 to 90%. You're gonna have problems. The second thing is, he is not taking advantage of the knowledge that is on that board. You have to understand, members on that board have many years of experience. Many years of experience. Okay. And then they like the president. But the president had made some type of pseudo hatred in his head that somebody's after him. He has some kind of paranoid, you know, he just built up some things in his head. I don't know how to call it, but he built some things in his head. If I criticize you, that doesn't mean I dislike you. No, it does not. And I think that's one of the biggest problems we have in the Liberian community. If I criticize you, that don't mean I hate you. If I criticize you, that means I want you to do better. You should take criticism as strength, so you can do better. You know, I can't agree with you because I don't agree with the president. Gallay Jegbadai hate the president. No, that's not true. That is not true. So what went wrong with the president? And I'm gonna say this today. The president have a lot of people around him that don't know what to do. And one of the worst things to do is to have people that, God, this term is harsh, to be somewhat incompetent. You don't understand. You don't understand the process of community organization. So the president have a lot of people around him, honestly, that do not know what to do. They don't know what to do. I mean, if the president said, "Oh, the board is against me," when we went to North Dakota, right at the evening program, it was gonna be a mess because they didn't even know how to set up. They didn't even know what to do. It was board member who jumped in to patch this thing up real quick. So because if this look bad, it's gonna make us look bad. That was board member who had the experience. Look, we do it like this. You set up here. You do it. The public did not know. The general public did not know that there was some problems, or what I won't call it problems, or we had some challenges that was going on. So I honestly believe that the president surround himself with some people that do not know what to do. That don't. I have worked with some of those people. When I say, okay, we having a program, you are the planning person. I want you to put this plan together. I want you to make sure all the flyers are ready. Everything is prepared. They cannot do it. And the president surround himself with those people. And then you surround yourself with those people that will tell you things like, this person don't like you, or you the president. You can do this, you can do that. I mean, things like that. When the president have a free access with everybody on the board, he can call anyone on that board and ask for advice, or can you help me do this? There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody is not great at, we all have our strength. We all are good at something, you know. I mean, I can help you some kind of way, and you can help me. I don't know it all. And the president don't know it all. That's why you have help. That's why you have people around you to help you. But I don't know if it's fear. I don't know if it's lack of knowledge. And so they don't want to work with the board. And they see the board as trying to be, I guess, an antagonist against the president, which is not true.
Okay, Madam President, that's a couple of a lot. But I want to also just cover our agenda today. I think you gave us enough information with respect to the United Cyprus Association here. But we're still here. But I want you to. You were once the leader of the organization, and a lot of us we don't know certain things, and then we say certain things. I wish you could adjust your phone a little bit or your device a little bit. You are going down.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, maybe you can give us a brief or terse historical account of your presidency. You know, when you served for 2 terms or one,
Two.
two. Yeah. So educate us. Give us some account of who Madam Jegbadai is. You know that we don't know.
Well, I came to the organization, honestly, I came to the organization knowing nothing. Even though everything was started in my father's house, I came knowing absolutely nothing. Um, at that time, I was focused on my school. I was focused on my running. Just focus on things that people my age focus on. School. I love track and field, and so after my father passed away, Mr. Peasley Jai had invited me to the organization. We had some problems, some financial problem, and we went to Philadelphia. And guess what? We had an internal administration before, okay, and I volunteered to be part of the planning committee. You know, I like to plan. I am a talker. Everybody know I'm a talker. I can talk to anybody. I like to know. I like to talk. I like to be given tasks. You know, I like assignment. Give me assignment so I can go ahead and do the assignment. So I came to the organization, but I came to the organization as this is how I feel about it. I was going to run for election, but running for election was just a formality. You know, I really didn't understand that you had to go and debate and people will vote for you. I didn't understand all those things. So they prepped me. I got some education, and the things that are pressing to me, the things that are pressing to our community, and those are the things I want to talk about. So we went to the debate hall. I went in as an underdog. Everybody know that I went in as an underdog. It was just a formality. I just supposed to be part of the show, and you know, just part of the act, and don't show yourself too much. But I went in, and fortunately enough, I won fair. I won fair. Yeah. And from that moment, I inherit a board that was so divided. They did everything possible to try to frustrate my effort. But one of the things a lot of the people didn't understand, I am a competitor. I have compete my entire life. You're not gonna scare me. I am a competitor. I'm very competitive by nature. So I'm not understanding what's going on, but why you feel this way, why you not feel way. I mean, long story short, a group separate themselves, and I never saw it as, oh, we divided. I didn't see it like that. Any program we have, look, you're invited, please feel free to come. You know, and I'll be honest with you, the current president, and a lot of the guys who are on a lot of his appointees were strong supporter of mine. Okay, they really supported me, and that encouraged me, that motivated me to want to do more. So I was constantly in and out of Liberia. I was constantly trying to find ideas. What can we do? I'm like, look, I surround myself with a lot of professionals. Let me use this little talent that I have, and I have to find. I learned the hard way in our community that whenever you become a force, you are a threat. And they don't see the force as being something that will be beneficial to our community. They see it as a threat. So, but then you have people in our community who was very supportive, and you know, things went on. People separate themselves. After I think 2008, and then 2009. I'm not really sure about the years. Mr. Obako came in, and then everybody came back together. I was very excited. Very, very excited. Everyone is together, and Mr. Obako had a very good term. He raised a lot of money. Some of the ideas that I had, he want to continue, because guess what? Leadership is continuity. We should continue. We should not break things apart. We should continue. So he came in with, you know, he liked some of my idea. And he want to continue the ideas. The president piggyback off of Mr. Obaku ideas. He piggyback off it, and then but he failed to understand that these ideas that he is trying to market was already there. And he inherited a very good board. He inherited a very knowledgeable board. He inherited a board that really likes him. He inherited a board that put him there. Okay, I did not. So, but even with all the distraction, even with all the I would say disrespect. Yep, absolutely disrespect that I received. All the character assassination, tarnishing. You can't break me. You cannot break me. You didn't make me. You can't break me. The more I visit Liberia, the more I wanted to be part of my community. The more I'm in the villages, the more I want to be part of the community. So from that point on, I just like, and I made it clear in one of the meetings, nobody's gonna run me away. I am 100%. There's no one can say that they're more Liberian, more Salonian, more Sapo than me. No one. Siri or no Siri, no one. So I made it very, very clear to them. So a lot of people find me to be, they see me as someone, you can't really confront me, so we'll do some things behind her back. But other than that, I just put those things behind me, and I'm happy to be in my community. I feel very happy. I feel very excited when I'm given a task, you know, given an assignment. So this is where we are.
So, my president, okay, thank you. That's lead the people got that have a low idea of. But I want you to do a comparison here. And what is the difference between the Foley Sua administration and the Julio Tapin administration?
I think I said it earlier. I will always point this out. If you have a very good board, you can do a lot. And I'm surprised the president, he is not taking advantage of that, because you have people on the board that can go to Liberia for fun. Use that. Use those people. You have people on the board that have other profession that they're doing. Use that knowledge. I did not have that. I have people on the board that has some grudge from somewhere in the village, somewhere from 1979, 1955. They brought to America, and they want to.
Grudge was against the grudge are against you or somebody else?
No, they have some personal issue. They have some. I didn't have anything to do with it, but I was more like collateral damage. Okay, I was more like collateral damage. Yeah, so they had a little personal thing that they did when it was somewhere in I don't know, Mlopo, but it will Creek somewhere. They had that. They brought it to America. Okay, so I just became collateral damage to the situation, and I didn't know. But this particular president now, he has on that board, he has a chairman that's been around for I don't know how long. He has 2 former presidents. He has a vice president. What more can you ask for? These people have some blueprint with them. Ask them. What more can you have? And then he had the singular honor to. He's the first person I can think of. I hope somebody can just correct me. I don't know if my father went to convention or any election. He was the first person that went on a white ballot, because he had all these forces behind him. No one would challenge him because the forces he had behind him was too strong. If you come to North Carolina, you'll be wasting your time because it was already made up. So he had this easy ride. Now there's a challenge. Election it can cause confusion. You see it? Now it's a challenge. Election can cause confusion. So he has so much that is at his advantage that he can use. I mean, you can use people to do things, and you have people who are ready, who take pride in working. You know, they take pride in working. You can use those people. You can use those people so they can do those things. At the end of the day, you did it. Okay, you have done it. The president cannot come and tell you why is it the COVID-19 stimulus package has not been taken care of. He can't. He will. At the end of the day, it was the board. The board suggested that this package be increased to $10,000. The money is approved. The money is sitting there, but they cannot ask the board, look, how can we put this plan together? How can we put a team together so this can be beneficial for our people? They can't do it. They cannot do it. And they themselves don't know what to do. And they don't want to use the knowledge on the board. I have my own team. Everyone on the board has their own team. We have our own people. We know how to bring people together to make this thing happen. Why is it now? COVID-19, the $10,000 that was approved, why is that is not being taken care of? The board, okay? Why is that? You have mattress, you have computers, you have the mattress and the computer. The mattress and the computer, maybe what, a year or 2 year plus now. Why those things are not gone? And then the president had the audacity, I would say, he had an infantry to say that some of the board members don't understand the value of education. What? We don't understand the value of education? What? How can you be so low in your disrespect that we don't understand the value of education? Now, Khaled Jegbadai is saying it. Oh, Khaled was too rough with the president, but they don't see what he just said. We don't understand the value of education. And how are we standing where we are? Why are we sitting where we are if we don't understand the value of education? No, to make those condescending statements towards the board. Oh, because the educational I guess funding was because the board suppressed it. Okay, all right, I give you that if you say so, because there was some issue on how we're gonna select the student. You know, some people say, well, some student they can't make a D, so you know they just let the D students. And then what about the students who are making A and B? So we just get D student. I thought scholarship is based on merit, but they will never explain that part. Your scholarship is based on merit, that your ability to be successful. That's what the scholarship is based on. But they want a scholarship to be based on sentiment. And sentiment is not helping us. Why did the computer and the mattress are still here? Is the board stopping you? I hope Mr. Slevy is here, because me and him talked about this. I give him some ideas how we can send this thing on. Our people are still lying on the floor at a brand new hospital, a brand new clinic, you know, a brand new clinic. They're still lying on the floor. Why is it this? Did the president submit something and the board said no? The answer is no. He never submitted anything. But at the end of the day, the board. So he is not taking advantage of the opportunity that is presented to him, and the fear of the challenge. The same way, and I'm gonna make it very clear to them, the same way I went all the way out to ensure that the president is elected. And I made it very clear. It is the president I'm carrying. I'm carrying green. And I am a private person. I'm a board member. I still have my choice. I still have my decision. It's the same way I would tell the president today. I am not supporting you. I will be supporting Francis. So that make it very clear. It's no secret. I'm not supporting you. So when I get ready to run 2023, you can make the same decision, but I'm not supporting Khaled. No problem. No problem. So he is not taking advantage of the opportunity that is presented to him. And that is the unfortunate part. We should be so far ahead. We should be so far ahead. There's people that have so much ideas and knowledge. I mean, I think big. I just think absolutely big. You know, to go to a brand new clinic, to see that our people have to go across the street, buy a sheet of paper, take it to the clinic so they can register. Sleep on the floor at a brand new clinic, paracetamol they don't even have. And then we are raising this money to, they took it so personal that, oh, we asked for 3 nurses quarter and the board, they fought against us. We want to get 1 nurses quarter. What is the benefit of the nurses quarter? What is the benefit of the nurses quarter? Okay, granted that we will have people to come in, but guess what? We don't have the manpower right now. We don't have the professional staff right now. But okay, we have 1 nurses quarter. Why is it that we cannot take at least $30,000 to $40,000 and invest it into the clinic right now? Why is it the mattress are still in his garage and it cannot be shipped?
So, Madam President, did you make a proposal for spending $30,000 to $40,000 to invest it in the clinic? Did you make that proposal to your colleagues?
During the convention in North Dakota, I made it very clear that we can take a portion of the money, that we should not spend almost 65%, 60 to 65% of our budget on buildings. That we should consider. We should consider that look at one structure and take a portion of the money, spend at least $30,000 on one structure, and take a portion and put supply in our clinic. There's no need for our people to be lying on the floor. Me and the planning chairman, we had this discussion, and I told him, I said, look, there's a way we can send these mattress, this computer. There's a lot of things that we can do, but when they cannot say, look, you know what, we made a mistake. Let's start all over. Let's see how best we can work together. When you're not willing to accept that you made a mistake, right, you're going to have problems. I'm sorry. When you think that you're right and everybody's against you and you have this victim mentality or this paranoia about yourself, then you're going to have problems. And that's why the president is struggling with the board right now.
Okay, Madam President, I want to give you a little break here. We'll go on a musical break. You get a bottle of water so you can lubricate your esophagus, and then we'll come back. All right?
Yes.
How about that? All right, so we'll have the little quick commercial, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for following the show. I've seen you guys here. Let me get this up for you. Let me see here. Sorry, I didn't connect my device to the Bluetooth here. Let me connect it. Disconnected. What's going on here? Give me a second, guys. That's how my device was connected. Yeah, let me get this. What's going on to my? Give me a second, guys. Let me get my Bluetooth connected here quickly. It just got disconnected. Perfect. All right, there you go. To get a better sound for you.
These my blessings can all be touching. I know my level, my man, don't stress me. The Papa bless me, so I'm here to party. I won't yell zombie. I won't party that pro yellow zombie. Party no bring a yellow zombie. I got a people dancing yellow zombie. Sanko, me I want to yell a Paco. Wait, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. The poor man, someone spend the paper. I'm ready to spend some more, and I'm gonna You know, sit down, number. Check it. See, I said no time for check. Man, I want you to dance like you ready, don't care. And do the dance for the zombie set. It's me and you, mama, no more stress. I want to dance, I feel myself. Oh, yellow zombie. On board to the pro, yellow zombie. Batting up and get yellow zombie. Got a body, be dancing, yellow zombie.
When Uncle T show fail, they to the money photo. Yeah, do a guy when they shake it around. You know, when I move bless me, if I bet bless me, yes, I bless me.
All right, no
Can
problem.
I stop me? Oh, when you get ever go low, say that I got low. I got time to remove the distance. I bless you first, go up, get trust. I bless you for the best.
Oh, yellow zombie. I want both to the pro, yellow zombie. Batting up and get yellow zombie. I got a party people dancing, yellow zombie. I said nobody. I want party. I want you to go down low. I want you to find this slow. Mama, you rock the show. I'm ready to spend some more. And I'm gonna, you know, sit down, I'm gonna. Wait, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. Wait, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper.
All right, I think my guest got booted out there. She'll be right back so we can start the show. But I want to say thank you very, very much for following the show. I saw a couple of people while I was playing the music that joined the show. Let me see.
Nick, can I say, look, you know what? We made a mistake.
Sorry, guys. Let the lady get back on, and we will get the ball rolling here. This is Madam Khalid Jegbadai, former contestant, congressional contestant, electoral district number 3, South County. And so we're gonna revisit the past a little bit and see. She's a nurse, and she decided to get into politics. So we want to ask why she had to change her career. She will be with us shortly. So just stay with us. Let me get something. I think I'm gonna get another commercial for her. She'll be right back.
Blessings on blessings, you call me blessings. These my blessings can all be touching. I know my level, my man, don't stress me. If Papa bless me, I'm here to party. I want yellow zombie. I want body.
Just we are. Why 60 billion go? Why 25 million? Don't be provide money for Liberian people, yeah? We suffer too much, no food to eat. No country get young get down for it. What you steal people money? You will talk it. You will talk it. You will talk it. Get the ball will talk it. You will talk it. Direct the law will talk it. You will talk it. Prophet Key will talk it.
Prophet Key, what's on the forces?
Just talk it, papi. You will talk it. No food to eat. You will talk it. Make you me crying. You will talk it. You are really cramming. You will talk it. They go reprehend. You will talk it. That's a travel crying. You will talk it. Gasoline pray up. You will talk it. For water. La $10. You will talk it. Black plastic bear, la $10. Blue plastic bear, la $20. One cup of red, la $50. Country get here, very hard. Everywhere you go, they say la popo. Anything in cash, they say la popo. More people dying, more people suffering. no good hospital. Liberia dirty, government not get on. They not get on, government not get on. They not get on. I was 16 billion. What play go? I was 25 million. I will play go for country giant, to country road, for country giant, to country road. Government and level down, government and fool us, government and level down, government and betray us, government and fool us. Country, everybody complaining. Rider complaining, shoe shambo complaining, market will complaining, school ain't complaining, old people complaining, they say people complaining, that's the driver complaining, keke rider complaining. They see people are vote for you. They see people suffering. They see people are vote for you. They see people crying. They see people are vote for you. They see people suffering. They see people are vote for you. They see people crying. Every day Amanda. Every day I wait to. Every day Amanda. Every day I wait to. You're causing us in a city. Why people suffering? Why people dying? Government not get on. They not get on. Government not get on. They not get on, you will talk it. Miracles, I will talk it. You will talk it. Get the ball, I will talk it. You will talk it. Direct the law will talk it. You will talk it. Prophet Key will talk it. Country, no food to eat. Country, government just eating, paying their horses, while old people suffering. See, Agbekugbe, government, carrying all the day, Agbekugbe, government, suffering all the day, Agbekugbe, government, carrying on slowly, Agbekugbe, government. That's 3C government, carrying on, that's 3C government, suffering on, that's 3C government. Slowly, that's 3C government.
Okay, my president, welcome back. I think you got another device on over there.
We get everything in the house.
I'm sorry?
I keep the people on the board to buy me an iPhone 11. Buy me iPhone 11 now. I'm not asking for much.
The people say you buy your retirement money long time ago.
What retirement money? They didn't give me 5 cents. You ain't just play with talking. Don't make me talk it.
You talking like Prophet Key?
No. I beg you.
Yeah, but for some reason I'm hearing myself.
I hear you fine. I got a new device, so should I try? Oh, should I try a headphone?
Okay, go ahead. You're fine.
I mean, should I try a headphone? Because it's a new one.
No, you using another device? Okay, try that. Let me see if I'm hearing myself.
Okay. Alita, is this my headphone? Let me see.
Sorry, guys. Another technical problem there. Yeah, the people, the president. Yeah, I'm hearing you. Hello.
Okay. Yes, I hear you clear.
Hello. Good. All right.
I hear you.
Okay, viewers, welcome back. You want to get your camera up a little bit again, please? Yeah, you got more space at the top. Perfect.
I should bring it down.
No, you're good.
Because I'm sitting on pillows. I can't grow. I can't grow anymore.
You're good. You're good. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So our viewers, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Voice of Sound with Esoteric. My special guest today is the former president of the Southwood Association, Madam Kali Jegbadai Foley, former contestant. She participated in electoral district number 3, Sano County, Liberia. All right. So, Madam President, welcome back to the second section. I want us to do a little reflection here. I mean, I don't know what you you have the plan to recontest again? I mean, you want to tell the public, even though campaigning not going on right now, but I just want to know what are you contested before and you didn't make it. Are you going back again in a political march?
Absolutely. Um, you know, I I I always maintain that 2017 election was one of the best decisions that I had made concerning our community. Because if I would not have if I didn't take that opportunity, if I didn't take that chance, if I had not taken that chance to get in the race, I wouldn't have understood the
Yeah,
I wouldn't understand
your
our
audio is
work.
low.
Okay. Can you hear me? I can take this. I
I'm
can take
hearing you,
this. I
boy.
can take this headphone off. Should I take the
Let's try
headphone
again.
off?
You're very low, please. Let's try that.
Okay. All right. Let me take it out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Hello?
Okay. All right. So yeah. So being part of the 2017 election, for me, I consider it. I consider it as an honor. It was one of the best decisions that I have ever made. Concerning our community. I learned a lot. I saw a lot. The needs of our community is like super great. I mean, it's so much, not great like in good, but the needs are so much until being in that competition really opened my eyes. And I looked at 2017 election as a trial run, as a trial run. Everyone goes in a competition believing in themselves, believing that they can win and whatnot. I mean, it's a natural thing. I mean, it is a psychological thing that you have to have to motivate yourself. And I looked at it as, well, you know what? In the middle of the game, look, this is a advantage. Let me take advantage of this opportunity, learn as much as I can learn, and the next time around, mistakes that I may have made, things I didn't understand, I will correct those things. So that we're here today. That 2023, God willing, I do plan to get in the race 2023.
Okay. All right. So the sound is a little bit not too perfect as it was before. Yeah, now I'm hearing myself again. Yeah, I'm hearing myself. I don't know. Is your Bluetooth connected to the device you are using? I'm hearing myself. I don't know. Is your Bluetooth connected to the device you are using?
The Bluetooth is turned off. No, it's not.
Oh yeah.
I can keep the headphones. I don't know if the headphones, did the headphone make it worse?
Yeah, I mean the sound, I'm hearing you correctly, but when I'm talking, I'm hearing myself. I mean the sound, I'm hearing you correctly, but when I'm talking, I'm hearing myself.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. Let me see. Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. Let me see. Hello?
Let me go back to the headphone, okay? Let me just try the headphone, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you. I can try the headphone again.
Hello?
Myself?
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I hear you. I hear you. You hear me?
All right. Yeah,
Yes.
let's try this and see. Let's try this. I'm not hearing myself. Hopefully your sound will be okay on us. Yeah.
Okay.
Is everything okay?
Alita, what happened? How you do this? I'm coming. I am having a real
All right,
device
guys.
problem today.
Let's see. I'll bring her back here. I'll bring her back later. That'll get set up over there. Yeah, guys, sorry for the sound problem we're having right now. I don't know. I mean, at a certain point it'll be fine. Yeah, at a certain point we have issue, but we'll soon be wrapping up in a little bit. We've been on for a while. Those that following the show, if you have something to say, you can call in. I'll. Yeah, at a certain point it'll be fine. Let's see. If you want to participate, I got the number here that I can share with you so you can be part of the program. You want to say something about any of the topics that we have discussed or what the guest has said. If you want to say something, I got the number here. She back. Let's see. Let me try her again. See. Hello.
Okay. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay. Any background noise?
No, no, I'm good. I mean, it better.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm sorry. I try every device in the house. I'm telling the Sapo people, please help me with iPhone 11.
Yeah, I mean, these antiquated devices you have in there, they got to replace
No
it.
problem, my brother. No problem. No problem. Yeah. I'm asking your $50 donation. Everybody doing Cash App on Facebook. Your Cash App me now. What happened?
Oh, you doing fundraiser now?
Yeah, why not? I raise money I raise a lot of money for the organization. $50 donation, y'all help me. I need an iPhone 11.
But my brother, I thought I have retirement plan for the president. You guys you got your benefits, right?
Come on, let's move on with the subject matter, man.
all right. Let's do that. All right, guys. Let get the president. Yes, the something I wanted to ask you. You are a nurse by profession. I mean, I think it's a noble profession to be a nurse. You're saving lives. You're doing a lot. I mean, why switch radically switch careers though? Why politics?
I'm not. I don't see that as a radical switch. I will always be a nurse. I will always be a nurse. I will always maintain my passion towards healthcare. So I don't see that as a radical switch. And many people have said this. You are a nurse and you should stay. You should remain a nurse. And I find it, for me, I find it very discouraging because I think that you have people who are in politics who are doctors. You have people who are in politics who are farmers. You have people who are in politics who are housewives. So I don't see anything wrong with being a nurse. Matter of fact, I think it's a plus because if you have a government that have a vast knowledge of people from different entities, different professions, that is a very strong government. You have a nurse on your board or you have a nurse on your team. My ability to implement or to put out bills that will talk about like the issue that we just had with one of our fallen lawmaker, talk about ethics and privacy and and to hold people information with complete have that ethics and that company, just to keep the person information private. A nurse who have that knowledge, who have that skill set, who have worked the field, who know what it takes to understand what it honestly means to hold a person information private. That nurse can actually speak on that. That nurse can actually go around the country, go around her county, go around the community, anywhere, and maybe help some of those healthcare institutions. Look, you need to add this in your curriculum. Okay, you need to add this in your curriculum. This should be part of your curriculum from 100 level all the way to maybe 500 level. or whatever the senior level is, that you need to maintain the ethics, the integrity and the privacy of the patient. If you don't do this, this is what's going to happen. These are the things that we do here. These are the things that we do here. So everyone comes to the table with different experience.
My partner, the sound was really, really bad. Really, really bad.
Oh boy.
Hello?
Let's try this again. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me? Hey God, I hate this. Can you hear me?
My president.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hello? Yeah, guys, we're having a lot of technical problems today with with our guests. And let's see, I will call her and talk to her. I think she did great. And so so the sound was good, but I couldn't, everything was breaking up from my side. Let's see whether she's going to get back on. Yeah, it's a lot of annoying sound from my end here. Yeah, let's see when she gets back and see how it plays out. If it doesn't work out right, then we have to postpone. We'll come back next time.
It's your bonaro, gotta work out. That on money work out, gotta still work out. One on money black out, yeah before. Yo, yeah. Gotta work out. That on money work out, gotta still work out. One on money black out, we not here for.
Hello, Mr. Shibwe. Hello.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
You want to come on that show and make a comment?
Oh, you want to make a comment? Okay, yeah, you can contribute.
Yeah.
That's fine. Or you want me to send you the link?
No, the number here. I want to do a phone call.
Okay, that's fine. All right, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Okay, yeah. I thank you, Dad. Can you hear me, right?
Yes, yeah, you're audible.
Okay. Been following the president since you guys started the show this afternoon. She did extremely well. She has a little issue with her devices from the end. But something she was saying about the organization is not in a crisis, constitutional crisis, or or whatsoever. But
yeah, just hold on a second. Let me bring her back on, and she can listen to you too. Okay, she's back.
Why are you behind me?
My president.
Yes, sir. You're just gonna have to. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
All right. So,
yes.
Madam President, hold on. Mr. Milton Shibwe is on the phone. He's saying something. So let's listen to him, please.
Yes.
Go ahead, Mr. Shibwe. All right. Thank you again. Thank you, Madam President. I've been following the show this afternoon. You've been doing very good. Talking about the issues that facing our community right now. Can she hear me? I want to hear me or not. Okay.
Madam President, you hearing him? Yeah, she said she's hearing you.
Okay. So thank you for the work that you doing. And I just want to kind of make a little remark or comment on the provision of in the Constitution. When we went to Durham last year in 2019, the Constitution was amended. And people need to understand that when you amend something, you make a changes. So the portion of that Constitution that talk about staggering both terms, stagger where our good friends and the slavery always that provision don't exist again because there's no all the board members now on the board they have one term. So there's no suppression of terms. They have one term. So that particular portion is not it should have been it was amended in 5. So that portion was amended in 5. So if you look at the Constitution, again, we will make amendments. Those amendments have to be inserted within the Constitution. But you see this administration of Mr. Gideon, all the amendments have been made, even from Durham, North Carolina in 2017 until in 2019, 5. All those changes are not even been in the Constitution. It's not. So it confuses some people sometimes when they're reading those things. But equally so, those changes are already being made. So when we make a decision as a body, it is binding on us to make sure that the decision we make, should be we should hold that in higher esteem. So today, I'm seeing some people, saying that the board time is over and the executive time is over. That's not true. I mean, if you read the Constitution, even when we look at all our articles, it even tells you that the term of the board starts in January until December of the year. So all those things all those things are in the Constitution. They're even talking about the Article 16, Section 2.1 that talks about the board can be in charge in the absence of the General Assembly. So I don't really know why some people are just making all the confusion. That's why I would term it as man-made or some kind of crisis that they're trying to create. And again, in addition to that, this president has enjoyed all the other immunity provided to him under this same Constitution that we are talking about today. He didn't complain about anything. He enjoyed everything. The $3,000 or $1,000. He enjoyed that for the past 3 years. Although there's no let's say accountability, there's nothing to say, this is how you use the money a year, nothing like that. So why now that we have this issue that say, the president, your time is over in August 31st, and then other people are trying to say that we have a crisis and the president's time is not over, the board time is also over too. So I just want to make that clarification that people need to read the documents, and it's that we're dealing with is the document that we have, and that's why we're going to use to transition to the next to the next administration until election time. So I just want to make that clarification.
Okay. All right. Mr. Sure, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution. I think that the president went off, she just went off. She called him from the other line.
Okay. Thank you, Doc. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for many listeners too.
All right, no problem.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, so I think the president, hold on, let me talk to her. My president. Hello? Hello? Yeah, you can go back. You want me to send you the link back?
Don't worry.
Yeah, okay. All right, guys. Give me a second. I'm sending the link to my guest again. All right, give me a second. We're sorry here, guys. A lot of technical issue or problem for us. So waiting for her. She will be on shortly. Please bear with us. Uh, Let me see here. She'll be here in a second. Let me see. Let me get I think a musical break here again. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right, she's back. Let's see how it plays out again. Another attempt here.
I'm sorry. Just try to hear me out. If my phone, I got headphones on, so hopefully this will work.
Yeah, working. Go ahead, Madam President. If it doesn't work this time around, then we'll have to postpone. We can find a better gadget. Then we can find a better gadget for you.
Yeah, y'all can start collecting $50 each. I need an iPhone 11. I'm very happy for the clarification made by Mr. Shibet. Like I say, there are people who's on this platform that know the issue well.
Okay. All right. So, Milton, I think he had a question for you here. Let me get a comment so you can maybe give a reaction to it. That to me too from internet. The man is asking, he said, what are you going to do differently in 2023 compared to 2017, Madam President? That's the question he's asking you, Milton.
Well, one of the problems that I had was my late entry. You know, I was pretty late getting on my feet, and that was a big problem for me. So of course, I'm well prepared. Now I won't say well. Nobody is well prepared for anything. I am prepared. I'm preparing myself, and I'm also going to look at how I bring different people from different thinking background. Just bringing different. I'm talking about the young, middle age, the old, everyone. Try to be as open as possible. That was another problem that I had, and those are some of the things that I'm going to try. I am going to work on, and then the other things, of course, is my own strategy. I have to keep it within myself.
Okay, excellent. All right, Milton, there you have it. So, Madam President, you had, I think I saw a document the other day that I was reading something. What did you run in the prior election? What did you run? What was you had a platform or something?
Yeah, I believe every candidate should have something that they believe they will work on. That they should have a platform. They should have something that the people can hold them to. Look, how you see education, how you see healthcare, how you see agriculture. Those real issue in our community. So yes, I ran on a platform, and I'm gonna still maintain. I'm gonna still maintain that platform because I believe in those things. I believe those are the things that are pressing to our community right now, and those are the kind of things that I would like to work on.
So, what are you doing in the direction? You talk about education and healthcare. What are you doing currently in those two areas?
Currently, as far as education, I'll start with education. One of my biggest interests is trying to have more female to have that zeal when it comes to education. Trying to support more female And as far as education, that is very important, because I think that our community is strong when everyone has the opportunity to be at that table. And try to put a lot of focus on the female is very important. Our female, they're a little behind, and due to other circumstances, but still, that's something that I'm doing. I'm focusing on the female. Not to say I'm going to leave out the male, but we have to look at where is our weakest point. So my focus is supporting on the female education. That's one of the things that I'm doing right now. As far as
does that mean you have a scholarship or program for the girls?
Yes.
Okay. You want to give us the population of the students on your scholarship?
Right now they're in middle school and high school. I wanted to focus on the younger girls, but to try to get that put together has been a little difficult. Trying to get younger, let's say elementary girls and whatnot. It require a lot of convincing the family. Look, they try to get these little girls in school, and and a lot of it has to do with location, because we have some of our people who are so far away from a school building, they don't send the children to school. So I'm hoping, if I'm blessed, I will do what I can to see how best we can help a community that brings some type of education closer to that community, and see how best we can try to get more people into the education aspect of our society. I'm hoping that by next year we could get younger girls. I think we should start from a very young age to start motivating them. I'll be honest with you, I don't have anyone in elementary. Most of my girls are middle school and high school.
Okay, so but my person, how do you convince a boy who wants to go to school as well? And you're saying, I mean, you're not forgetting the boys, but your primary focus is on the girls. Do you want that boy of voting age to vote for you?
Well, no, I believe we had this conversation before. It's kind of hard, but if I have to look at my resources right now, right, and then we do have male. So who is our target population right now? Our target population is girls. As we grow, we bring in boys. So you have to grow to that level. We are going to have boys. But we have to start from somewhere. And unfortunately, the girls are behind. So we have to start from somewhere, and we'll build ourselves up. We're going to build ourselves up. We have lots of talented, and I don't want anyone in my community to go without education. No, I don't. I do not.
My question is, have you? Well, sorry. Finish your thought.
No, go ahead.
Have you identified the factors or those factors that are making the girl to lag behind the boys? Have you done research on that?
To say that I had an official research or just going and discussing with family members, and just being interacting with the community and whatnot. The only thing I can say, or what I have saw with my own eyes, is that some family members, they're not as encouraging to the girls as they are with the boys. Okay, so we have to work with those family members. We have to work with them, with the mothers and the fathers. We need to encourage our girls. And I think it starts from a very early age that the value of the education towards the female child is just as important as the male child. So a lot of it is family dynamic. that's how, from my perspective, a lot of it is family dynamics, and it may be community, but from what I have seen, is family dynamics.
Okay. All right. So, we just want to get a little idea in that area. I mean, we've been on for a while, so let me expedite the process here, so I can let you go to do other things. Um, uh, I wanted to know this right here. There are lingering rumors that the citizens of San Antonio County Electoral District Number 3 are craving for a female candidate. What are your thoughts?
I'm a female, so I'm very excited. um, in as much that we have to get this clear, they're seeking a female candidate, not because they want a female candidate. I believe that they want to balance the equation. I believe that the same way I feel that a female needs to have the same education as a male, I believe the people of District Number 3 have that same thinking, that the female needs to have the opportunity to also govern. Okay, I welcome a female candidate, because you cannot be part of a society that you may be 60% of that population, but only 1% represented at the table. That's not fair. That is not fair at all. You cannot be 60% of a particular community, but only 1% is represented, or no percent is represented. It's not fair. I'm excited because this will bring out real talented women to come out, and I'm grateful, because at least a lot of people now are brave enough to enter the race, because I did it, and though I wasn't successful, but I done it. So you can do it too. It's just like, that's the same way you motivate the female child. Look, I went to school. You can do it too. So that will bring out talented women, and women are good at, they're good at making things happen. They're good at moving things. A woman can open more doors than a male can. A woman can make things happen faster than.
My president will play that card. We had a female president in the country before for 12 years. Why did she didn't make things happen, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf?
I would not say that. That would be so unfair. That would be so unfair, because she has some problems and she has some challenges, but you cannot say that she didn't do anything.
No, comparatively speaking, if you look at the magnitude of the things she didn't do, they are greater than what she did. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, but are you hearing me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. You were blank for a minute.
What happened when they called?
Yeah, I thought you were using the iPad.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing you, but it's kind of breaking.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. And what were you saying about the former president?
No, I was comparing. I was doing comparative analysis. I was comparing what President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf did, given the international support that she got. If you look at her performance in the country, looking at the resources that she had at her disposal, I mean, I don't think she did more than what she did.
but to say that she didn't do anything would be wrong. Will you agree
No,
with
but
me?
you said, I mean, you said lady can make things work. I wouldn't say she didn't do.
Yes, they can.
I wouldn't say she didn't do anything at all.
But yeah, women can make things happen, and she did. She represented Liberia well. She did a very good job of it. She represented the interests of Liberia very well.
Yeah, also, I mean, externally, yeah, she did well. But when you look at it domestically, if you look at, for example, the mitigation of corruption, for example, she gave her on corruption. You know, those things that she did cry. But let her not go to President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Let focus on you. You know, I'm thinking though. You said that women should get involved in the politics. You don't think it's at your detriment to have more females in the race to divide the votes?
It is at my detriment if you look at looking at it local. I mean, I'm looking at it more of a national thing. Okay,
right.
I'm looking more of a national thing. I'm looking at a bigger picture. I am looking at a bigger picture. If a female decides she wants to get in the race, right? It is her right. It is her right. And I believe the people of District Number 3 will make that decision, because there was something, someone told me, and they said that we don't want just any female. We don't want just any female. We want a female that can articulate. We want a female that can represent. We want a female that we can go to bed, that will protect our interests. We want a female that will stand in front of anyone and fight the cause of her community. So they don't just want any female.
Are you that female?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not easily intimidated. We're not going to go to debate. That leave that story alone. That leave the debate part alone. But am I a foot soldier? Am I someone that can work? Am I someone that believe in result? Absolutely. Am I someone that can go anywhere and articulate the needs of my community? Absolutely. Am I someone that can understand the issue of our community? Absolutely. That is why I said that being in the 2017 election was one of the best decisions that I have made, because I learned a lot. When it comes to the issue, you can bring 20 female, 100 female. We will debate it, and I can assure you that it won't be nice for them. Put it like that. But
okay,
either way,
what I'm hearing from you, I think you are well spoken. You're quite knowledgeable, but I think the problem in the country is not about the ability to articulate the issues or your familiarity with the issue. It's about practicality. So who will produce the result? Do you have the ability to produce the result? Can we visit your history to see that?
Yes. And
Hello?
and can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are breaking up. Your line is terrible. I'm hearing you, but your line is just real cracky.
Okay. Is it better now? Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Is it better now?
Yeah, sometimes it gets better and then it goes down. So that's the issue. So the inconsistency of the sound, the quality of the sound. Hello.
You hear me? I can hear the crackling sound. I don't think it's me. I think this time it's coming from you.
I think your one of your devices is connected to whatever you are using. So it should be something. Yeah, I have just this right here connected to my computer. That's it, nothing else. So maybe you're beautiful.
I am trying.
Yeah, baby, your beautiful earring is banking on the one of those things. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should take. I can't
No,
take my
no,
earring off.
I just kidding. Don't do that. Yeah, but I think your sound is getting better now.
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay. Go back to the question. What was the question again?
The question I was asking was you were talking about the ability to articulate the issues, having the knowledge, the mental acuity to grasp the issue. I'm saying that is not the problem. The problem is producing result. Are you a result oriented person? If so, if we look at your history, can we see that?
Absolutely. If you look at my history, you'll find out that I am a result-oriented person. I believe in. Whenever I put my hands in something, I want to. I want to go through it. I will give you my all. I will do everything possible to make sure that whatever we're working on, that we get the best result out of it. And to what you say, it is true. It is not so much of how well you articulate. Sometimes it doesn't even matter. There's a lot of people that don't even want to hear about an issue. You know, they don't care about that. That which is true. I agree. But can I do the job? I think that's where you're getting at. Can I work? Am I able to deliver? You know, so if you go back and you check my resume or you check my CV or you check my history, you'll find out that I can work, that I'm able to do the job. I'm able to put all I can into anything I put my hands in.
Okay, so my person, I'm still want to play with the. Do you know of females currently that vie or that have the desire to contest in your district? Have you heard about any names in your district? Besides me, I know for sure you just told that
Yeah.
you heard some names.
Um. You know, until I can't say that because until that person or those people or that individual come out and say, I am running in district number 3, Sino County, 2023. Until that is public, I can't really say. I mean, if other people are talking for you, it's not. It may not be true. I'm in front of everyone right now. I'm on social media. I'm talking to an audience, and I made it very clear. Everybody heard it. Kali Jegbadai will be running in 2023. She will be running in 2023. So, you know, I said it myself. Until that person or that individual or those people come out and say, I can't really, I don't know. I can't say that.
Okay, so
if I heard a name or not.
I'm asking that question because I want you to have. Are you there?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're off the camera a little bit. I'm asking the question because again, if you have more females in the race, then I'm afraid the probability of the victory is will be hanging in the balance. So do you have a strategy, for example, to consolidate? Like, you assume you have females in the race to bring them together and see whether you guys can create a formidable team. What person to go? Is that something you're thinking about?
Which is very ideal. It is very ideal. Until you know who are those. Until you know those females, right? Then you can have that. You can have that conversation.
Okay.
We can look at it. And women work well together. We can sit down and discuss this. You know, and then you will have some that may not agree. You know, you may have, but until we as women know where we are and what we want, until we can understand that, we will still be singing the same song. We'll still be complaining. We will still be sitting in the back. So when that time comes, and if let's say 5 females in the race or 7 females in the race, I pray that we all can sit at the table and discuss it and see, okay, and see who is the strongest. Of course, I am going to market myself. I'm going to sell myself. I think I have a little advantage because I was in the race before. I am not I won't say too concerned, but name recognition is not a problem for me anymore. Put it like
But
that.
Assuming that you have other females in the race who are more qualified than you are, and they try to persuade you to get out, is that something that you consider?
You have to give the definition of more qualified, because I feel like I'm qualified. So there has to be a definition of more qualified. So what is the qualification? What are the qualifications? I'm sorry. What are the qualifications? So that the definition of qualification has to be defined. Then I will know within myself if I'm qualified for the position. But as we speaking right now, I feel like I'm very qualified. I think I believe that I am the most qualified female right now. That's what I believe.
You don't think you are very over the presumptuous, Madam President? You don't think so?
No, I'm not. I cannot. I cannot bring myself down. No, I'm not. I believe that I am very qualified. I believe that I am the most qualified female. So if we're gonna base it on qualification, and qualification should be based on your work experience, not work in your private setting, but your work experience, your community experience, your ability to work within the community. That should be one of the strongest qualifications. You understand? Not because you have a PhD or you probably went to some fancy school. Qualification is very long. So if we look at that, my experience in the community has been since 2006. All right. My experience when it comes to organizational process is very deep. My experience as being a member of an election is there. So then you compare those two. So how many of you all have ever involved in an election, in a national election? And you just start checking it off.
So, Madam President,
I think
I heard you have some project going on in the county. What is the project?
My personal project.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know whether it's personal or it's community based. I don't know, but yeah, I heard some project going on in the county that you're undertaking.
Yeah, I have several things going on, and I'm hoping by December or January we will finish with phase 1, and I want to do things that will bring relief to our people. Believe it or not, everybody, 6 months out of the year, we are basically isolated. We're isolated. That county is isolated. I mean, the road is very bad. When it comes to the healthcare, I'm interested in healthcare. Of course, I'm interested in healthcare. I'm not building a hospital. I'm not building no clinic. We have enough health facility within a 30 mile radius. My job is to support those institutions around us. In as far as when it comes to the pharmaceutical aspect of it, which is very, very important, very important in our country and in our district. The pharmaceutical aspect of any facility is very, very important. We lack that. Is so bad. It is so bad. So my job is to support those institutions around me, looking at all the things that will help the community, as far as I'm trying to put the words together, but we have a lot of things that we're doing.
What a hesitation.
It's not a hesitation because I like to speak on something that I know that is I'm 85% where I need to be, right? When I'm 100%, I feel very confident and I want to talk about it. I want to discuss it. Yes, I am working. I have a lot of plans. I have a lot of plans in the district, and I'm working on it. I want us to have this conversation again, God willing, January 2021. Then I can come and tell you, look, This is what we have. I can show you. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be those people that will just speak on things. I want you to see it. I want you to feel it. You know, I don't want to discuss something that is not 100% right now. But I will tell you, my job is to support institution around our community.
All right. I also want to know something about. I think you participated last time. The incumbent right now in the district of Mozaza, the campaign, you know, is politics. But what is your relationship with the lawmaker right now, currently?
That would be a long story, you know. That would be a very long story. My relationship with the lawmaker. I believe he knew me before I knew myself as a child. And well, my father is late, and he was one of my father's good friends, very, very good friends. He know my capability, he know my talent, and he know my will to want to do things. I I I believe if he is asked, no, how you see Khaled, I think he will let you know that I am a workaholic. My relationship with the lawmaker, after the 2017 election, I'm not gonna come make no story up. After the 2017 election, I have not had an opportunity to talk to him. I sent a text and whatnot, and there was no reply. I've been trying to reach out to him, but I am someone. I rather I talk to you face to face. I rather I talk to you in person. I rather we have this conversation. So since the 2017 election, I have not had like that. So we have a face to face conversation and whatnot. But I've been using, you know, various ways to try to get in touch with him, and which I'm going to, and I'm going to have a conversation with him, and we're going to discuss the district, and we're going to discuss the way forward in our community.
Okay, I think just advice to you: the sooner is the better, because you have. I'm quite sure a lot of people are thinking about getting in the race, so. The sooner you reach out to him, the better it will be for you. You never know what other people are doing right now. Yeah, just a little,
absolutely.
just a little thought on that. Yeah, but my president, you've been on for a while, but I'll just give you. Is there something that you wanted to talk about that I didn't touch on that you want to expand on?
Well, I district number 3 had they have an ad out that they're looking for a female candidate, and I believe that I will be applying for that job, and this time around, you know, I do believe that we will have a lot of females to get in the race because they feel a little, they feel a little confident now to enter the race. That we should be judged on our tangible. We should be judged on our deliverable. We should not be judged on sentiment, and that's one of the issue our people have, because when you select or elect a person on sentimental reason, be prepared to receive sentimental result. You know, so they have an ad out there, and I will be applying. And I will work very hard. I will do everything I can. I'm building a team. Yesterday was Sunday. Yesterday, you know, my team start the community engagement. I was really excited about it, and we have some new people coming on board, which I'm very, very excited about. So, I want our people now to look at, there's nothing wrong with supporting a female. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with supporting a female. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. we can work just as hard as the men, or even harder than the men. So don't be afraid. Give us that chance, give us that opportunity, encourage us, support us, and I guarantee you'll see a big difference in our community.
All right, Madam President, before you go, I have, I think you talk about youth and young people in the county and young ladies and all of that. Have you been following the Sando County you say the youth association actually? Yeah, the election that was aborted. You follow the activities of the students in it. Why I kept missing that? Oh, yeah, the youth in the county, the election that was canceled or suspended, if you like.
Yeah, I've been following it, and I talked to a few people, and what is so disappointing, because I wish the young people of Sino, everyone from Sino County, I wish they can keep this in mind. The county, that particular county does not represent the caliber of people who came from that county. We have so many talented people. We have so many educated people. But then look at our county. Look at Sino. It's I hate to say it's a mess. It's a complete mess. Now you have the young people who are fighting amongst themselves, the youths who are fighting amongst themselves. I don't want to judge or take side or anything like that, but I really honestly believe that that's on outside interference. I really do. I really believe that's on outside interference, and those outside interference, I wish those young people can really see it. They can really see it. This tribal thing that's just creeping into their gathering is very disappointing. It's so sad that you will have the energy to see me as a crew woman or see me as a sapo. You have that kind of energy to waste on my tribe when we can work together as young people in our county. We can do things together. So I've been following it. It's very, very disappointing. I hope to get it together, because it is their future. It is their future. It is absolutely their future. And I hope they can just come and just think about it. Why are we doing this? We're not helping ourselves. And when it gets dark at night, we all gonna go in the dark. When it rain, our home's gonna be leaking. So nobody is benefit. Nobody is above their friend. No, so I don't know why they're having this confusion amongst themselves. No one is above their friend. No one. I always make that statement. When it get dark at night, there's no light. That means no light at your house, no light at my house. Okay. When material come from Morovia, and they're putting at least 25 to 35% on top of the price, and you're paying almost double the price for simple things. Crew people don't pay a different price. Sapo people don't pay a different price. You pay the same price. You're suffering there. You know. So why the young people can't find some kind of way to understand that? Why you can't find a way to understand that you're not helping yourself. You're hurting yourself. You're not doing anything. If it's anyone is using outside influence to just creep amongst you guys, you gotta see it. It's not helping you. It is not helping you. You're not better than me. I'm not better than you. So I hope some of them are on this live and they listen to it, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's gonna be the loser. You're the one that's going to be the loser, because you spend most of your time trying to figure out who is this tribe and who is that tribe, who is this and who is that, instead of trying to figure out a way. Look, we have something to offer. We have a lot of resources here in our county. Why is it these companies are benefiting and we don't have this? Put your collective mind together. Put those collective mind together to benefit everyone. So they're not doing that. And I think because the political thing has just taken over. So I just pray they can understand that we're all in the same boat and nobody's above their friend.
All right, Madam President, thank you so much. My last question to you is, why should the people of District Number 3 vote for you?
Okay, why should the people of District Number 3 vote for me? We have to look at a lot of things. Why should the people vote for me? One, my involvement in the community. Okay, I'm not. I'm not boasting anything like that. Honestly speaking, I don't need government to eat. No, absolutely not. I don't need government for a house. I don't need government for a car. I have all those things. I have those things in Liberia right now. I have a house that most, probably 85% of the population they cannot afford. I don't need that. Why you should vote for me, or why you should consider me? That use the term consider. That doesn't use the term vote. Consider me, because other people will come. Why should you consider me? You should consider me because of the passion I have towards my community. The passion that I have towards my community, my ability to go out there and speak about what is going on in my community and what can I do to make things better. What can I do to improve the lives of our people? So I think that's what I want people to take from this. No, consider me because am I willing to represent the interests of my community and not be compromised? Because people are compromised because they lack certain things. You cannot come and say, okay, here's $100,000. Let me bribe it. Come on now, you can't do that to me. All right, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but my passion towards the community supersede anything else. I believe that we can do better. I believe that we can move our community. I just believe that things are possible. I really and truly believe that. And when you believe in certain things, right, you're willing to go anywhere. You're willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that your community benefit from it. So I want our people to consider me because I am not a lazy person. I am not somebody that's going to hide. I am not somebody that's going to use political rhetoric to hide my deficiency. I am not that person. I am not someone that have some kind of soft skin that if you yell at me, I'm gonna just hide somewhere. I'm gonna start crying. I'm not that type of person. So and I am not someone who is afraid to say, look, I don't know certain things. Please help me. I am someone who believes in bringing everybody on board because the more knowledge I have around me, the more I look good. I don't have this complex of somebody outshining me. I don't have that kind of complex. I'm a result-oriented person. I want the result at the end of the day. It doesn't matter who helped me. So that's what I'm looking at. I mean, I want people to consider that, consider my personality. You may not like me as a person, right? But can I do the job? That's it. Put the personality, put the personal stuff aside. Can I do the job? Am I able to do the job? That's what I want people to consider.
All right, Madam President, well said. Well said. People of Sano County, they are listening to you. Hopefully your message will resonate with them. Do you have closing comments for us? You've been on for a while.
Well, there's an ad for a female candidate in District Number 3, Sano County, so I will be applying for it. So if you see my application, please please consider it.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen of Sano County, the global community, this is your 2023 contestant. She made it unambiguously clear to you that she will be contesting in 2023. And Madam President, thanks for joining us today. I really enjoyed the conversation. Although I have problem with your Obama gadgets and stuff like that. But you did a great job. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
I want you to start a cash app for me. I need $50. I need an iPhone 11. Soccer people, please come through. I need an iPhone 11. I told you I need one. I'm gonna call the wheelchair.
You just told us that the house you're living in, many of us can't afford to live there. So why you want $50?
Yes. Exactly. But it doesn't mean exactly.
What?
Guess what? Politicians don't use their money; they use other people's money. Exactly.
Oh, yeah?
You're absolutely right. I need an iPhone 11. You're right. You're absolutely
there's a question
right.
here for you before you go. I think Marcus Sa is asking, how are you going to improve the lives of of people who you have not seen? Is it in America you are going to do it? Is it a question?
How are you going to improve the lives of people who you have not seen? Well, unfortunately, I don't think this person is involved in our community. So I will leave that question. That's not a question for me. I think that question is for that person. Because if he was involved in our community and he is and he know what's going on in our community, I don't think he would ask that question at all. And let me speak on this right here. That is something we as Liberian, we better stop it if we want our talent to come to that country. We have to stop that. We have to stop this discrimination that we have amongst ourselves, this self-hating that we have amongst ourselves. We have to stop that. The Nigerians and Ghanaians encourage their citizen to come. They encourage their citizen. But Liberians have a way of trying to divide. They have a way of speaking in a way to discourage you. We have to stop that. You know, we really have to stop it. If we want to grow as a people, you have to allow everyone that have something to offer to that country to come. To make a statement, are you going to do it in America? You know, those are the statements that is holding us back. You know, those are the statements that is holding us back. You have our counterpart who encourage their children to go back to the country. And we Liberian, we discourage our children to go back. We discourage them. Your children were born here, they went to school here, they have something to offer. We're supposed to encourage our people to come back. And anytime I see a question like that, anytime I come across anything that is discouraging of other Liberian right, I'm gonna speak on it because it's wrong. Like I said, Sano County is deep when it comes to talented people, but if we continue to have those kind of mentality, those kind of attitude, you're going to scare people away. You're going to scare people away.
But my brother,
okay?
you think the question is fair in that if somebody,
no,
I'm not saying in your case,
I don't think the question is.
In your case, you frequent the country. As a matter of fact, you are in Liberia for a while. But do you think it's fair for somebody to just come from the diaspora, after several years, and you want to be representative for the people?
But the people will make that decision. You understand? The people know how to make that decision. The people will make that decision. I don't think I'm looking at this question, right? So that's why I said this is someone who is not involved in our community. Because if he were involved in our community, he would not ask such a question. Okay? But I'm looking to that question. I'm looking deeper into that question because I have seen such question like that before. You have a way of trying to other people in the diaspora. Oh, we don't want you. I think I hate to use the term. Oh, y'all carry cartoon on your head. Y'all clean poo poo. But then again, you asking me for money every day. You sending me text. It's not easy. It's not how. It's this and that. We say these things to each other, right? You say these very discouraging things to me, but then you want me to help you. You understand? So we need to start speaking against that. We have to start speaking against that because we want our talented people to return. This very great America, they make it very open to bring that talent. They go out and they seek talent from all over the world. That's what makes them great. We are not going to be great when we are discriminating against each other, when we are discouraging each other. We're not. Okay? We're not. So that's what I have to say on that subject.
All right, Madam President, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the night. I will do the same.
Thank you,
I will
sir.
do the same here. Stay safe from COVID-19. Wear your mask. Don't be like the president. You went over there with no mask on in the cabinet.
In my own house, I was gonna wear a mask in my own house. I can pass out.
No. If you can't pass out in the hospital, you don't pass out at home, Madam President.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's an honor. I honestly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you.
All right, guys, there you have it. That's Madam Jegbadai Foley, our former president and highly political lady. All right, so I want to say thank you to all of you following the show. I really, really appreciate all of you. Make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. You can watch the show live on YouTube as we do it right now. And so if you miss it, I think when you're doing it at home on your TV or be on your smart TV, you enjoy it better than on your phone. So next time, just go look for Madison Freeman, and you will see my beautiful picture there. Just watch it live on your TV and follow us. All right, so that being said, thank you so much. Again, I'll get you this music, and we will call it your day. Let's play Barrow Medicine, and we'll call it your day. Barrow Medicine, come on, please. No wasting time. I like this one though.
Got a phone. Y'all can keep the blueprint. We will do the work. Y'all can keep the blueprint. We will do the work. Y'all can keep the blueprint. We will do the work. I wish you call it Barrow Medicine. Everywhere you live, Barrow Medicine. President, we are you live. Barrow Medicine. Fuck it, you live. Barrow Medicine. Lion of Africa. Barrow Medicine. Africa, Black Diamond. Barrow Medicine. The face of Africa. Barrow Medicine. Liberia's pride. Barrow Medicine. Everywhere you live. Barrow Medicine. President, we are you live. Barrow Medicine. Bring it to our land, you live. Barrow Medicine. Be papa, you not smoke papa. Barrow Medicine. You feel the mental papa. Barrow Medicine. Did you love more? You use it Joseph. Now make the road looking like my one time. Now the sing your love boy, you use some Puebla. Now the sing your love boy, you use in Pancha. Country giant, you are a lion. You're better medicine, it get you. You're better medicine, it get you. So it get you, that's why I kill you all the road. Loving time, they kill, no community. We are the you, all the summer roads. Everywhere you live, Barrow Medicine. President, we are you live. Barrow Medicine. Fuck it, you live. Barrow Medicine. Lion of Africa. Barrow Medicine. Be papa, you not smoke papa. Barrow Medicine. Liberia's pride. Anything they do, this our time. We will change things around. Mr. Groundbreaker, we go, no shaking. Anywhere you break, run that road facing. Be a dog, be a dog, go to China. Be a dog, Barrow Medicine. Lion of Africa. Be a dog, okay, cool. Be a dog, be a from Kanka to Swaju, background. From Ara to EAW, we were first rose. From Fondema to Foya, we were first rose. From Frank to Garachi, we were first rose. From Miraji to Mereme, all of the counties. You were 12, Mr. Barrow Medicine. You were 12, Mr. Barrow Medicine. You can keep the blueprint, we will do the work. You can keep the blueprint, we will do the work. When no go rough when I come to time. When no go rough when I come to time.
All right, guys. guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm out.
Giving the room for the citizen. From everyone end to the other end. It's my bit that I want their way. End of the block on the highway. Not completely.